Ma'am, let's start.
Yes, okay. Today we are all gathered here to celebrate what we call as Teachers' Day, because a guru or a teacher is regarded highly for their selfless contribution to our educational journey. In India, September 5th is marked as Teachers' Day. It's an annual celebration to value and honor the remarkable role that teachers play in our lives. The day also marks the birth anniversary of our former President of India, Dr. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan, and he always believed in one aspect. गुरु वो देव है जिसके आगे नतमस्तक हैं हम. I don't know the saying in Tamil, but that is what it meant. I bow in front of my teacher. A teacher is a person who has shown me the enlightenment. On this auspicious day, we would now like to continue our journey with the lighting of the lamp.
या कुन्देन्दु तुषारहारधवला या शुभ्रवस्त्रावृता या वीणावरदण्डमण्डलकरा या श्वेतपद्मासना या ब्रह्माच्युतशङ्करप्रभृतिभिः देवैः सदा वन्दिता सा मां पातु सरस्वती भगवती निःशेषजाड्यापहा. शुक्लां ब्रह्मविचारसारपरमा आद्यां जगद्व्यापिनीं वीणा पुस्तकधारिणीम् अभयदा जाड्यान्धकारापहा. हस्ते स्फाटिकमालिकां विदधतीं पद्मासने संस्थितां वन्दे मां परमेश्वरीं भगवतीं बुद्धिप्रदां शारदाम्.
Namaskar to all of you present here today on this auspicious occasion of Teachers' Day. And now I take the mic to have a welcome address by our chief guest, Dr. Sandeep Marva, founder Noida Film City and President Noida Film City and Chancellor of AFT University. जब भी आपकी बात सुनती हूँ तो एक मन में बात आती है, गुरु कुम्हार शिष्य कुंभ है, गड़ी गड़ी काटे खोट, अंतर हाथ सहार दे, bahar bahe chot. It's always true that a teacher will always help you to be your best, even if it means scolding you or taking you to a path where you may not like it in the beginning, but it is true at the end. Dr. Sandeep Marva is a well-known international media person with 7 world records to his credit. He's the founder of Noida Film City and Marva Studios, an Asian Academy of Film and Television, now one of the 10 best film schools of the world. He's associated with a large number of television programs, feature films, and trainings. He's the producer of a larger number of short films in the world, has trained more than 19,000 media professionals hailing from 145 countries of the world. He's a recipient of large number of national and international awards and has been given the title of a global cultural minister, president of the International Chamber of Media and Industry. He's also chancellor of AFT University. At present, he's the chancellor of AFT University Media Arts and has been appointed the chief scout for India. Accolades from overseas include the honor bestowed by the House of Commons in the British Parliament in London and Bavaria Parliament in Munich, besides Champion of Wales in the Welsh Parliament. We welcome you, Sandeep, sir. Namaskar.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Thank you for such a wonderful introduction. I'm much obliged. Good afternoon, everyone. What a pleasure to be here this afternoon with all of you on this very, very auspicious day. I'm thrilled. I'm very excited today because it's a day for all those people who are part and parcel of education fraternity. Our salute to our former president, late Dr. Radhakrishnan, And I need not to express and explain anything more than that, because we all know that we've been celebrating this auspicious day on the birth anniversary of Dr. Radhakrishnan. Well, I'm recollecting two very important lines. Ke sur bin mile na Saraswati, guru bin mile na gyan, jal bin hansa yu mile, jaise Bharat mile Bhagwan. The fact is that we all know that we cannot create music unless and until all the seven swars, they are joined together. And a swan can only look good if there is a lot of water in the pond. A powerful man like Bharat also needed a guru like Lord Rama. Yes, that's what I'm trying to tell. For any student to come up in life, they all the time looking for a good teacher and definitely a very well organized educational institution. With all these words, I take this wonderful opportunity to extend my heartiest congratulations to each and everyone present here on this webinar, and anyone and everyone who's associated with education. What a lovely day. Thank you, Fareen of Educatia World. You are always been first in organizing webinars and seminars related to one or other important occasion which are happening in the country. I admire your patriotism and your nationalism. And that's what I think it's a wonderful, I must say, it's like an inspiration to many people when you start talking about the new subject on the due date. Well, my dear friends, there are two professions which we have always been talking about, being a doctor and being a teacher. They are very noble profession where you have to almost burn yourself to save others. बड़ी पुरानी कहावत है कि एक टीचर दिए की तरह जलकर रोशनी देता है, और शायद यही वजह है कि हर टीचर जो है वो अपने स्टूडेंट्स के साथ, अपने इंस्टीट्यूशंस के साथ, we are very close to them and we all the time praying for their success, we pray for their achievements, and we look or rather we leave no stone unturned in seeing to it that they should be the most successful people on this earth. The job of the teacher is to look into the career and the character of the students. If these two things are maintained, trust me, everything is going to follow. On this definitely a well-aware education day, I can only say that let's start working with the new trends in education. Let's start thinking about how to make education a very smart education in India. India has done extremely well. We have shown to the world that we can do it. Imagine, now we don't have to talk about where India is situated in the globe. We don't have to tell that where I live, if it is India, because we have shown to the world we are the first one to land on the south pole of the moon. We are the fourth one in the world to be on the moon. This shows that the caliber, the status, the intelligence level of the people of this country. The only thing is that as a teacher, we just have to give the right direction to our students to move on the right path and create something unique, extraordinary, out of the box. And I know that we all will create a wonderful India one good day. When I say education, well, I know that it must contain entertainment, it must contain enthusiasm, it must be exciting, it must bring in a lot of energy. Then only education is going to be considered and probably can be delivered in best of the manners to youngsters. D stands for discipline, dedication, and determination. The U stands for working under controlled condition. C stands for communication and the commitment towards your education. And A stands for your being ambition, your ambition and your attitude, which the higher the ambition, the better the attitude we all have to work on. And then T stands for techno-savvy, because education is becoming a smart way of expressing now, and we all have to be worried that our students should be able to catch on the new techniques which the world is throwing on education, and we all have accepted very comfortably and proudly. The I stands for the information, O stands for the overall development of the student, and N stands for being nationalist. I can only say that because I've been enforcing this definition continuously since the new education policy has emerged after 34 years in India. And I make it a point, rather I always look for an opportunity to speak these letters and then the explanation of these letters in the shortest way. Today, I'm not going to talk in detail, but then I think I'm sure you have received my expression comfortably. With all these words, I once again take this wonderful opportunity to congratulate all the people who are part and parcel of the education industry, all the leading educationists who are right now here in front of me and who have given their time, labor, resources, money, and anything and everything to uplift the education in this country. Thank you very much for giving me such a wonderful opportunity on this such a beautiful day to be part of this wonderful event. Thank you very much. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
Thank you so much, sir. As you rightly said, as the NAP has brought in a lot of changes, we really have to rethink our policies of education all over again. And what I feel, as you rightly pointed out, we don't have to forget the old and yet take in the new. We have to amalgamate all of them together. We have to rethink our strategies. We have to, I would call it unthink, whatever we had learned before, because we have to unlearn everything and learn all over again. And that is what will make us good teachers to be able to teach in a techno-savvy world today. Thank you so much, sir, for a beautiful address to all of us, as rightly said so. And we would now honor you from Educatio World for your wonderful speech and a happy Teachers' Day. Thank you for being a truly inspirational person. And we also would like to give you the Educational Reformer of the Year. And can somebody please shut the mic off? Because I'm hearing double voices. Thank you so much, sir. Sorry for the interruption. We would honor you with the International Award of Honor 2023 on this auspicious day of Teachers' Day. And thank you for always being there for us, sir. Namaskar, sir.
Thank you very much. Thanks a lot. Thank you very much.
Namaskar. To carry on forward, I would now like to welcome our second guest for today. And we would like to be addressed by our VIP guest of honor, Dr. Alok Kumar Gupta, Assistant Director, Capacity Building Cell, NIOS, Ministry of Education, Government of India, which has its headquarters at Noida. Whenever I see sirs, whenever I see in your biodata and the way you speak, I always feel a teacher is a compass that activates the magnet of curiosity, knowledge, and wisdom. And that is what you carry all the time. You are a person with great values, and you are the Regional Director of NIOS, Ministry of Education, Government of India. You are also presently holding charge in Noida. You have an excellent service record through open and distance education. You've worked as Assistant Director in Capacity Building with the help of globally recognized institute like NIOS. You have been a mentor to enlighten and educate people throughout the areas you have been to. You received a Bachelor of Science BSc, a Master of Science MSc, and a Doctor of Philosophy in the field of ultrasonics, material science, nanoscience from the University of Allahabad in Prayagraj. Is one of the most beautiful universities with a fantastic science background. In collaboration with IIT Kharagpur, West Bengal, and Indira Gandhi Center for Atomic Research at Kalpakkam, Tamil Nadu, India. Along with these, Dr. Gupta has received a postgraduate diploma in distance education from Indira Gandhi National Open University, New Delhi. Before joining the NIOS, Dr. Gupta has served as assistant professor in CSJM University in Kanpur. He supervised 15 Master of Philosophy students for their thesis and 35 Bachelor of Science students for their projects. His areas of interest are acoustic and ultrasonic study of solid and liquid materials. He's a recipient of the Young Scientist Award by the Acoustic Society of America, USA, India chapter, the Bharat Jyoti Award by IISF, New Delhi, Special Award by the Cabinet Minister, He's the National Expert Jury Member of Inspire program. A person with a wide range of knowledge. He is a well-known figure in the field of research of science, technology, physics, and distance education, and a reviewer of Journal of Pure and Applied Ultrasonics in India. Dr. Gupta is popular for his simplicity and practical approach to vital issues of academics. We welcome you, Dr. Alok Gupta, and with a namaskar. Sir, you are not audible.
Okay.
Yeah.
Namaskar to all. First of all, I am really fortunate to be the part of this August festival known as Teachers' Day. I especially thanks to Ms. Farheen, who always care about such type of festival and inviting us. And thank you, Dr. Shaili. And I really fortunate to have a chief guest, Dr. Marwa. We all know that today India is celebrating Teachers' Day. First of all, we should know what is Teachers' Day and why we are celebrating actually. सभी हम जानते हैं कि आज हम शिक्षक दिवस मना रहे हैं. Basically, this is not a शिक्षक दिवस only. This is now known as गुरु उत्सव. आज हम अपने गुरु की वंदना करेंगे, उनका नमन करेंगे, because we are whatever today I am here only. That is only due to our Guru. Guru it means guru. Gu means अंधकार, रू मीन्स उजाले, जो अंधकार से उजाले की तरफ ले जाए, मीन्स जो अज्ञानता से ज्ञान की तरफ ले जाए, वही हमारा रियल गुरु है. If you recall in the ancient period of India, then there was a famous economist Chanakya. Chanakya told that you give me a simple man, I will make a king, I will give a new emperor of India. And you all know that the Vikramaditya, Chandragupta Vikramaditya, the great emperor of India. So this is the beauty of a guru. That's why we are saying that the guru is not a simple man. Guru is the king maker. Guru is the nation builder. अगर भारत का कोई निर्माण कर सकता है तो वो गुरु कर सकता है, बिकॉज उन्हीं के हाथ में प्रलय और निर्माण दोनों है. ऐसा चाणक्य ने कहा था कि गुरु के पास प्रलय भी है और निर्माण भी. चाहे तो वो सृष्टि की रचना भी कर सकता है और सृष्टि की उद्धार के अलावा डिस्ट्रॉय भी कर सकता है. इसीलिए कहा जाता है हमारे संस्कृत में गुरुर ब्रह्मा गुरुर विष्णु गुरुर देवो महेश्वराय गुरु साक्षात परम ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः. तो ये स्लोगन अभी आपने डॉक्टर शैली ने भी कहा कि गुरु कुम्हार शिशकुंभ है गड़गड़ कार्य खोट अंदर हाथ सहार दे बाहर बाहे छोड़. मीन्स गुरु की इतनी महिमा है, इतनी परंपरा है कि आप अगर रिकॉल करें तो ही कैन मेक एनीथिंग, ही कैन शेप यू, ही कैन बिल्ड योर फ्यूचर, he can decide what your destiny will be. So this is the blessing of our gurus. India is a very well blessed country that we are at every moment, at every time we are getting new gurus. Sometimes the era of ancient period, you can recall, we have good universities like Takshila, Nalanda. There are so many gurus. Gargi, Tirulur, Chanakya, Panini, Nagarjuna, Patanjali, we all know about yoga. This is the only due to Patanjali. So we have so many Guru Parampara, Gurukul Parampara, and that's why NAP 2020 also recognized we have to revive the Gurukul Shishya Parampara. We give the high respect in the society to Guru only, because Guru is the key role, key position who can make the nation great. Who will be the great nation? Where the education will be the great. बिकॉज एक एजुकेशन एक ऐसा पावरफुल टूल है जो आपके पास कुछ भी नहीं हो, नथिंग, कुछ ना हो, पॉकेट खाली हो, सिर्फ आप एजुकेशन लेके चलिए, आप भूखे नहीं रह सकते. आपको वो सब कुछ मिलेगा, व्हाट यू डिजायर, व्हाट यू डिजर्व, दोनों कुछ मिलेगा. तो गुरु की ही परंपरा, गुरु की ही महिमा से सब आपको जो है मिल सकता है. और वो कैसे मिलेगा? जब आप एक गुरुकुल शिष्य की परंपरा का निर्वाह करेंगे. आप अपने एंशिएंट में देखिए, आपको ऐसे ऐसे गुरु मिलेंगे जिन्होंने नेशन को भी ग्रेट बनाया, अपने शिष्यों को भी ग्रेट बनाया है. तो हम उस देश से हैं, उस धरती से हैं जहां पे ऐसी परंपरा का निर्वाह होता रहा है. और दैट्स व्हाई वी द गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया रिकमेंडिंग इन एनईपी 2020 स्पेशली दैट द गुरुकुल शिष्य परंपरा शुड अगेन रिवाइव इफ वी वांट टू बिकम द विश्व गुरु. एंड फॉर द विश्व गुरु वी अगेन बिकम एज ए इंटरनेशनल ग्लोबल सिटीजन. अब हम वसुधैव कुटुंबकम की बात कर रहे हैं. अभी आप सब जान रहे हैं कि गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया इज सेलिब्रेटिंग G20, और जिसमें हमारा स्लोगन है वसुधैव कुटुंबकम, वन नेशन वन फ्यूचर वन फैमिली. तो एंटायर ग्लोब ही हमारा फैमिली है और हमें पूरे एंटायर ग्लोब के बारे में सोचना है। वी आर नॉट थिंकिंग अबाउट ओनली इंडिया, क्योंकि जब वर्ल्ड का जब डेवलपमेंट होगा, प्रोग्रेस होगा, डेफिनेटली इंडिया का भी प्रोग्रेस उसमें होगा। एंड वी आर मेकिंग एज अ की रोल। तो इस भावना के साथ आज हम जो है पूरा देश शिक्षक दिवस मना रहा है। और सब जानते हैं आज के गुरु और भी हमारे हैं, गूगल गुरु भी सभी जानते हैं। गूगल में जो से ज्ञान लेना चाहे हमें मिल जाता है, तो वो भी एक टाइप ऑफ गुरु। जहां से हमें ज्ञान मिल जाए, जहां से हमें जो ले ले, वो हमारे लिए सर्वश्रेष्ठ है। क्योंकि हमारे संस्कृत में एक और श्लोक है, विद्या धनम सर्वधनम प्रधानम। विद्या धन एक ऐसा धन है जिसको कोई चुरा नहीं सकता है, कोई जला नहीं सकता है, कोई छीन नहीं सकता है। इससे आप अपने आप को हमेशा फ्लरिश कर सकते हैं, हमेशा अपना अपलिफ्टमेंट कर सकते हैं, कैपेसिटी बिल्डिंग कर सकते हैं। यू कैन क्रिएट योर ओन कैपेसिटी बिल्डिंग, बिकॉज विद्या ददाति विनयम विनयात याति पात्रताम पात्रत्वात् धनम आपनोति धनात् धर्म तथा सुखम। मीन्स द एजुकेशन इज द पावरफुल टूल बाय विच वी कैन get everything by our survival, by our family, for our nation, for our society. So this is the powerful tool, and this can be only given by our gurus, our teacher, who are the mentor of the society. So we have to pay the high respect. That's why this job is not a simple job. This is a very noble job, because guru always gives, never take. आपने देखा होगा, कभी नहीं सुना गुरु कभी कुछ आपसे लेता है, गुरु आपको हमेशा देता है। And Guru is the only person who will be happy in every sense. सभी माँ बाप कब खुश होते हैं? जब उनका बेटा तरक्की करता है, बेटी तरक्की करती है, किसी अच्छे पोजीशन पे चले जाते हैं। लेकिन गुरु एक ऐसा प्राणी है इस वर्ल्ड का जो अपने शिष्य पे भी गर्व करता है जब उसकी सफलता होती है, और जब असफलता होती है उसका साथ देता है, उसके पीछे कंधे पे हाथ रखता हो। अभी आपने देखा होगा चंद्रयान 3 सक्सेसफुली लॉन्च किया गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया ने, इसरो के सहयोग से। आपने देखा उसके पीछे तमाम गुरु का कहीं ना कहीं योगदान रहा होगा, जिसकी वजह से ऐसे ऐसे साइंटिस्ट भारत को मिले और वो चंद्रयान 3 पर तक पहुंच गए, और अब हम आदित्य L1 की तरफ भी बढ़ चले। तो ये कैसे पॉसिबल है? ओनली ड्यू टू गुरु, क्योंकि यही वो ह्यूमन बीइंग है, ये गॉड गिफ्टेड एक तरह से ह्यूमन बीइंग है, जो हमारे समाज को, जो हमारे देश को, जो पूरे ग्लोब को एक नई दिशा और दशा दे सकते हैं। वो बताएंगे कि आगे भविष्य क्या होगा, किस साइंस में, किस टेक्नोलॉजी में, किस ह्यूमैनिटीज में, किस कई भी क्षेत्र हो उसमें क्या होना चाहिए डेवलपमेंट, वो हमें बताते हैं। तो कहीं ना कहीं अल्टीमेटली इफ यू रिकॉल, इन एवरी सेंस देयर विल बी अ गुरु, एंड द फर्स्ट गुरु ऑफ एवरी चाइल्ड इज हिज और हर ओन मदर, बिकॉज ओनली मदर recognize this is good thing, this is bad thing, this will pinch you, this will save you। देखते होंगे कि छोटा बच्चा क्रॉल करते जाता है, माँ रोक लेती है, वो एक प्रकार की शिक्षा होती है। वहां पे वो कलर का, शेप का, साइज का कहीं न कहीं ज्ञान देती है। तो गुरु जो हमारी प्रथम माता है और दूसरे प्रथम गुरु है, और दूसरे जो हमारे गुरु जो हमें शिक्षक के रूप में मिलते हैं, जो हमारे भविष्य का निर्माण करते हैं। तो ऐसे लोगों का हमें पूजा ही नहीं करना चाहिए, वंदन भी करना चाहिए, अभिनंदन भी करना चाहिए, बिकॉज इन्हीं की वजह से देश में चाहे डॉक्टर्स हों, इंजीनियर्स हों, पत्रकार हों, एजुकेशनलिस्ट हों, लीडर्स हों, सब इन्हीं के द्वारा पैदा किए जाते हैं। तो इनके अंदर एक कह सकते हैं कि ऐसा गुण है जो सबको पैदा कर सकते हैं। तो ये आज टीचर्स डे की महत्ता है, और इस प्लेटफॉर्म से जितने लोग भी जुड़े हैं, जितने टीचर हु आर गेटिंग टुडे अवार्ड, आई रियली कांग्रेचुलेट देम, एंड आई होप दे विल डू the best in their career, and they will produce the good children, the good human being for the society. The education ultimate goal should be to create a happy man, not only educate। केवल एजुकेशन से ही काम नहीं चलेगा, हमें उसको हैप्पी मैन भी बनाना है। क्योंकि आजकल हम सब देखते होंगे कहीं ना कहीं रेस में, मार्क्स के रेस में सब बच्चे ऐसा कर रहे हैं कि कहीं के अनहैप्पीनेस या कुछ अनवांटेड चीज भी हो रही है। अगर इंडिया में जो लोग होंगे वो जानते हैं कोटा एक ऐसा प्लेस है जहाँ कहीं ना कहीं मिस हैपनिंग भी होती है, बच्चे होपलेस हो जाते हैं। तो हमें उनको ऐसा नहीं बनाना है, हमें केवल रेस नहीं कराना है, क्योंकि एजुकेशन इज नॉट मींट फॉर ओनली सर्वाइवल, दैट शुड आल्सो क्रिएट अ गुड ह्यूमन बीइंग। एंड यू शुड नो दैट इंडिया हैज अ ग्रेट पोटेंशियल। In the coming decade, the India will be the Vishwa Guru, because we have the maximum number of youth. In coming decade, the entire globe maximum youth will be with only India. So they will create the future of India. तो हमें उनको नर्चर करना, हमें वो चीज देनी what they want. That's why this time education system should be like that student centric, learner centric. And again, we have to process use unlearn to relearn. हमें अपना को पहले जीरो करना है, देन हीरो बनना है. तो ऐसी शिक्षा में हम सबको बढ़ावा देना चाहिए. और कहीं ना कहीं मेरा मानना है कि इसमें टीचर ही सेंट्रल रोल में है, कि टीचर ही डिसाइड करेगा, वही रिकॉग्नाइज करेगा किस बच्चे के अंदर कौन सा गुण है. एंड ओनली नॉट एकेडमिक क्वालिफिकेशन, he or she should also recognize what is the potential, what is the capacity, inherent property in that, because someone has born with some extra talent, someone have good singing quality, someone had good poet quality, someone had good literature quality. So everyone by birth have some good different quality. The teacher only recognize and they will create the platform accordingly. So with this word, I really congratulate all those teachers who are today, they are getting award by education world. So I really congratulate them, and I'm very, very happy to associate with this platform. And I really thanks to Ms. Parain. He really beautiful done everything. Yesterday I received a few mementos and nicely she made sent, and I really impressed. So this is a quality also, and this is we can learn from her. And so in this sense, she is really guru.
Thank you,
How
sir.
to
Thank
making the things good and beautifully present. So thank you so much, Educational World, and Ms. Parahin and Dr. Sally and entire team. With this word, again मैं यही कहना चाहूंगा आपको, for teachers only है वही सूरमा इस जग में जो अपनी राह बनाता है, कोई चलता पद चिन्हों पर, कोई पद चिन्ह बनाता है. So teacher is creating his her own footprint. We have to follow them because they are the torch bearer. वो हमें बताएंगे कि हमें किस रास्ते पे चलना चाहिए, कौन सा रास्ता सही है, कौन सा गलत है, किस रास्ते पे चल के हम आगे बढ़ सकते हैं. तो उन सारे टीचर्स को मेरा बार बार नमन, वंदन, अभिनंदन एंड हैप्पी टीचर्स डे. जय हिंद, जय भारत.
थैंक यू सो मच सर. आपने इतनी सारी बातें कही और गुरु को इतना एक उच्च स्थान दिया, और उसके लिए हम बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद करते हैं. आज बहुत अच्छा लगा. सो बीइंग अ टीचर, दिस इज माय 29th ईयर ऑफ टीचिंग, एंड आई रियली फेल्ट दैट आई हैव डन समथिंग इन लाइफ. मेरे हाथों से इतने सारे बच्चे पढ़ के गए हैं, और जब वो आज टीचर्स डे पे वो मैसेजेस लिखते हैं तो एक अंदर से फीलिंग होती है कि हाँ, मैंने कुछ किया. और दूसरी तरफ एक माँ का रोल भी उतना ही इम्पोर्टेंट होता है, बिकॉज I remember reading a story of a scientist whose teacher thought she was useless. And she said, no, in the letter it is written, you are the best student, but our school is not capable enough. And he was a person, he became one of the greatest scientists in the world. तो कहने को जो मोल्डिंग होती है वो माँ और गुरु दोनों ही करते हैं, और दोनों ही एक, उनका स्थान एक ही है. They both stand at the same pedestal. And thank you so much, sir, for honoring us teachers, and thank you for your wonderful speech. Here is a honor from Educatio World. Thank you for being such a truly inspiration teacher and so inspiring with passion. Here's a certificate of recognition from Educatio World, and also for the International Radhakrishnan Award. We would also like to give you the Educatio World also would like to give you the Lifetime Achievement Award. For being part of the education in our country, and being part of the fact that education is not limited anymore. Education has a very widespread. Namaskar, sir, and thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
So now we have a very learned guest from Maldives. He's our chief VIP guest of honor for today, Dr. Abdullah Rashid Ahmed, Ministry of State for Education, and from the Republic of Maldives, and who always believes that the object of education is to prepare the young to educate themselves throughout their lives. And I don't think he's there at the moment, but has Sir joined in, ma'am? I cannot see him in the group of teachers. I
no,
think
ma'am.
but still, for his wonderful contribution, we would really like to honor him. Really like to honor from Educatio World for the International Award of Honor for Dr. Rashid, for being an educationist par excellence, and for holding on a post of being a lecturer and being a professor in a very well-known university in Maldives, and to work for something which is really needed in today's world, and that is sustainable development. So I really wish he was there for us to listen to his words, but I hope he joins in soon. But as you say, the show must go on. And so we'd like to,
Sandesh sir and Nayak sir will join after 5.
so Sandesh sir is not yet
On
there.
the way.
Okay,
He
doesn't
is
matter.
on the way and Nayak sir will join after 5.
So is Shania there? So then I can introduce her. Yeah, is Shania there?
Yes, ma'am, I think so.
Shania beta, are you there?
Yes, ma'am, I'm there.
Oh, how cute. It's so nice to hear a little childish voice amongst all us teachers. And very warm welcome to you, beta. A speech by a young ambassador, Ms. Shania Singh, world's youngest storyteller from Mahadevi Birla School Academy, Kolkata. Kolkata has always been a hub of art, architecture, culture, and academics. And from here, we welcome Shania, who's going to talk about some beautiful things about what she feels about today. Welcome, Shania.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for that warm welcome. Wishing you all a very happy Teachers' Day. Dear teachers, your dedication and passion for teaching inspires us every day. I thank you all for spending your time, energy, and knowledge to educate us. You all are the most patient and beautiful souls who handle each student with so much love and care. Thank you for everything you do for us. I am very grateful. Thank you.
Thank you, beta. I think you are on the move somewhere. Thank you,
Yes,
beta.
ma'am.
Okay. Thank you, beta. And imagine such a young girl. See the talent we have in our
I'm
country
just
today.
coming back from an event.
Oh, great. So you see, today's children are our future. And if our future is like this, I think we have a great future ahead. So thank you, Shania from Educatio World. Could we have a certificate, ma'am? This is a certificate for being such a true speaker and at such a young age. And here's a certificate of recognition from
Thank you
Educatio
so much.
World. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for being part of, Sir Naik sir has joined, ma'am.
On the way, will join after 5.
So I think I'd like to introduce the next speaker for today, Dr. Dr. Pramod Mahajan. I think we can have.
Yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
Yeah, okay. So a very warm welcome to Sir, and we are going to be addressed by the VIP guest of honor today, Mr. Pramod Mahajan, Director Principal, Sharjah Indian School, Sharjah UAE. आपने एक बात कही थी बहुत पहले जब कहा गया था, सपना एक शिक्षक के साथ शुरू होता है जो आप पे विश्वास करता है, जो आपको अगले पठार पे ले जाता है और आगे बढ़ने की प्रेरणा देता है, कभी कभी आपको सत्य नामक एक छड़ी के साथ हिला भी देता है. And I always believe a principal's job is the toughest job. It is always called a crown of thorns because you have to manage so much. You are a person of great caliber with a BA and MBA, with an honorary PhD in metaphysics. You have been a principal of GEMS Public School, the Loda World School, before being part of the Sharjah Indian School in Sharjah, principal of Arya Cambridge International School, Thane. Also one of the board of directors of principals in the Council of Sharjah Private Authority, Government of Sharjah, the core member and former secretary of the Principals Executive Council of Sharjah Private, a person who has great achievements, scientific achievements, first prize winner in Inter Science Talent Discovery Fair, awarded by the Director Nehru Science Center by Intel Asia Electronics Limited, USA and Nehru Science Center, awarded by Edimatics New Delhi for the project of learning through computers. At the international level, participated in the Global School Leaders Conference conducted by University of Queensland, Australia on futuristic leadership, participated in the World Education Summit in 2018, has been a keynote speaker in many various programs, and speaker on the outcome-based education, importance of technological interventions by University of Helsinki, participate in the World School Leaders Conference by the University of Helsinki, Finland, awarded the Fabulous Global Educational Leader during the 8th edition of World Education Congress, been part of awarded with the Educational Entrepreneur of the Year, honored with the Certificate of Excellence for Innovative Leader Award, awarded by the Global Talk Education by the Indian Humanitarian Awards, featured on the cover page of Global Magazine as a mentor. A very warm welcome to you, sir, as always, on this beautiful day on Teachers' Day. Namaskar, sir.
Thank you. Good afternoon, good evening. Namaste, namaskaram, salam alaikum. गुरु तेरे उपकार का कैसे चुकाऊं मैं मोल, गुरु तेरे उपकार का कैसे चुकाऊं मैं मोल, लाख कीमती धन भला, पर मेरे गुरु है अनमोल, मेरे गुरु है अनमोल. So let us salute to all the gurus of the world, starting from our mother, to all the mothers, those who are the first guru, the nature, which is the second guru, and third gurus are the educators, which are shaping the future of the nation, which are scaffolding the leaders of tomorrow, and which are building the nation. Today, the Teachers' Day, I am reminded of our ex-president, Dr. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan, who has taken a lead role that yes, my birthday should be celebrated as a Teachers' Day, to pay the gratitude towards the teachers. But we should not forget Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, the only one person throughout the globe who has preferred to be a teacher after the tenure of President of India. There is no other president available on the globe that who preferred to be a teacher after completing the tenure of the President of India. He, after completing his tenure, he used to go to the universities, he used to teach the students, he used to discuss with the students, and when he was taking the last breath of his life, that time also he was addressing the students. So that's the great honor, and we belongs to that category whose Pitamahas are APJ Abdul Kalam and Dr. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan. At the same time, ISRO, उस चांद और सूरज को बहुत गुरूर था कि उनके पास सुरूर और नूर है. उस चांद और सूरज को बहुत गुरूर था कि उनके पास सुरूर और नूर है, पर उन्हें क्या पता था कि हमारा इसरो भी विश्व गुरु और कोहिनूर है. विश्व गुरु और कोहिनूर है. Days were gone when we are talking about the moon. Days were gone when we are talking about the sun. Now the days have come when everybody has to say India, Bharat, Hindustan is nothing but the Vishwa Guru, is nothing but the Sone Ki Chidiya, is nothing but that country which is maintaining the culture, the heritage, and education a step ahead. And via which tools? The educators, the edu leaders, the teachers. My definition of teacher is something different. It is not only those who have completed B.Ed and M.Ed and PhDs and BSc and MSc and whatever. They are not only the teachers. There are unknown, unseen heroes which are the teachers. Today I will be talking to you with 3 different anecdotes which defines what the real teachers mean. Let us start with one small anecdote. There was a river in that some 10 gentlemen have to cross the river, and they boarded a boat. On that boat, one mathematician was there, one big physics scientist was there, one biologist was there, one sociologist was there, and the boat was going, and there was a first generation learner, a person not educated but skilled one, who is taking that boat ahead. Some distance they have traveled, and the mathematician says, do you know anything about algebra, theorem, Pythagoras theorem? He said, no, I doesn't know anything about algebra or the Pythagoras theorem. See, your 10% life has gone. Still, that person who was sailing that boat was little bit upset. Again, the physics person, the scientist said, do you know what is Newton's third law? What is Newton's second law? He says, I don't know. I'm hearing first time the Newton's laws. He said, another 10% life has gone. Then one literature person was there. How many words were there at the time of Karl Marx in the dictionary? He said, dictionary, Karl Marx, I don't know anything. 30% life has gone. Like that, it was going on. One sociologist said, do you know Karl Marx theory of survival? He said, what is this theory of survival? Okay, the biologist was telling at least theory of fitness, fittest of the world. He said, we don't know. They said 80% life of yours is gone. And then all of a sudden there was a storm in the river. And then that sailor says, do you know the swimming? If it is not, your 100% life has gone. Now I'm going. So what I mean to say, the every person of the world, every element of the surrounding, of the environment, which is teaching you something, with which you are absorbing some knowledge, are our teachers. So let's salute those unknown heroes, unseen heroes, those who are our teachers, knowingly or unknowingly. And that's why we do call it Vasudev Kutumbakam. That is why the whole universe is my home. The whole universe is my school. And we as a Bharatiya are the members of the family of that universe. ये जिंदगी भी बहुत सिखाती है, ये जिंदगी भी बहुत सिखाती है, पर गुरु ज्ञान हर मुसीबत से बचाती है. सो वो गुरु ही है जो हमें हर मुसीबत से बचाते हैं. Second anecdote I am telling you, a well-known name who has got Gyanpith Award as well as Padma Bhushan Award also. He was a well-known poet, G. Shankara Kurup. He was from Kerala. He has written one poem, A Faithful Rice and a Fallen Tear. एक मुट्ठी भर चावल और एक बहता हुआ आंसू. He wrote this poem when he was in 8th standard or 9th standard. I think he was in 9th standard. That time he wrote that poem. What the poem's central idea is, it was a real story actually. In his village, there was a old mother and father. The child has left them and he was settled in the USA, earning a lot of money. He started in the beginning, he started sending the money every year, and both of them were surviving. Slowly, he settled down, he stopped sending the money. And then they were financially crisis there. They become aged, they could not work. And they reached to that stage that nothing to eat. And finally, the father died. Anyhow, the chief of that village has conveyed to the son in the America, yes, your father is no more now. See, this is all the central idea of that poem. He came immediately from USA and joined the last rituals of his father. So the priest was doing the last ritual. He was telling, bring one glass of water, Ganga Jal, this, that, flowers. And then finally he said, bring a peachful rice, ek muthi bhar chawal lao. So the son was shouting, bring the fruitful rice for the last ritual of my father. The aged mother replied, if that much rice should have been in the house, your father should have not died. And then she started crying. And that boy wrote the poem, A Faithful Rice and a Fallen Tear. Poem was become famous, and then here and there he started getting the award. But that poet G. Shankara Kurup doesn't know what he has written. Then after so many years, when he was doing his post-graduation, he was there in MA. So that poem was there in the curriculum of Hindi in MA. And the professor was explaining the central idea and the meaning of that poem. And that time, this person, the small child who has written the poem in the 9th standard, understood the real meaning of the words, and he started crying. Then the professor asked him, "Why you are crying?" He replied, "Today, because of you as my guru, I understand the meaning of the words which I have written so many years before." So let us salute those teachers who gives the meaning to the words, who gives the value to the numbers, who gives the color to the colors, who gives the shapes to the figures. So these are the gurus. Whatever with the technology is advancing, and we don't know where the technology will go, and whatever be the way the technology will go, but giving meaning to the words, it will be done only by the educators, by the eduleaders. Giving sense to the numbers will be taken care of by the educators. Giving colors to the colors or shining to the colors will be done by the educators. So whatever way the advancement happened, teachers will remain teachers. But yes, at the same time, being a teacher, it's my humble submission to all the teachers also, because now the society change, scenario change, things have changed. We have to accept the challenges and we have to interrogate ourselves. Am I doing the right thing? Every day we should ask the question to ourselves that today, have I missed a better opportunity to make the fruitful and better future of someone? If everyone is asking this question, I think we all deserve for the awards which we are getting. But if we don't ask this question, it's a big question mark on our identity. So to ensure our identity as a teacher, we have to be very, very alert and very, very vigilant. So that is my second anecdote. And the third anecdote, yes, teachers are teachers. Today I have read that anecdote somewhere. There was a helicopter and there are 9-10 people were sitting into that, and it's become overburdened. Weight was more. So the pilot says, these are the parachute, these are the ropes, these are the ropes you hang yourself, and we'll see that what is the weight. So all were hanging, doctor, engineer, scientist, there are many politicians in that, and one teacher also. So they were hanging, and the pilot says only one person should jump. So what will happen? The weight will be balanced. So one has to sacrifice. So the teacher said, yeah, we are the teachers. We will sacrifice. Don't worry. We will sacrifice. These politicians and these so-called doctors and engineers should remain as usual. We as a teacher, we have to sacrifice. They all were said, wow, great. He said, not only to say great, clap. And all started clapping, all fall down. And the teachers remain in that helicopter. So teachers are like that also. Whatever be, teachers are teacher. Whatever educated you are, don't forget. यदि आप शेर हो, तो teachers भी सवा शेर है. With this words, with these 3 anecdotes, once again saluting all the teachers, taking care that yes, we should ask that question to ourselves. Am I doing that right thing which will build a nation tomorrow, which will make someone happy tomorrow, which will give some knowledge and skill to the leaders of tomorrow? Thank you very much.
Namaskar, sir. बहुत अच्छी बात कही. We all have to think and introspect what we have learned, what we are learning, and how we are using that. That is very, very important. They say the computer can never replace the teacher or the chalk. That is also true. And you said both the things so beautifully. You are respecting the teacher, but the teacher has also to learn. Because if you don't ask your question, what have I done today, which will make me better and make me teach better, then only you'll be a true teacher. Otherwise not. And it is, I truly ring with your words, which you just said. And thank you so much, sir, for saying so, because I always believed in that dictum that we need to change with times, but we need to keep intact our empathy too, as you rightly pointed out. So a big thanks for your beautiful speech, sir. And at the end, of course, the helicopter incident was beautiful. So we would like to honor you from Educacio World. We give you a certificate of recognition for your humble appreciation and gratitude for your invaluable insights towards education and for being the VIP guest of honor for today. We also award you, Educacio World also awards you the International Award of Honor for the most socially active principal of the year. And we believe that your words will always ring true with every educator who's present here. Thank you for respecting us, sir. So big namaskar from us.
Thank you. Thank you for this award. And I'll now, tomorrow onwards, again, I will ask so many questions to myself. Am I worthwhile for this award or not? Thank you. Thank you very much.
So to continue the program, we have our next address by our VIP guest for today, Mr. Neeraj Mohanpuri, Principal, Modern Sandeepni School, Pathankot. Whenever I see him, I have one thing in my mind. A master said, a true teacher is one, keeping the past alive, is also able to understand the present. A person with great value system, a person who believes in good presentation. And so when whatever pictures I've seen of your school and of yourself, I always believed you've dressed up as smartly as an army officer does. And kudos to you for that. And because I'm an army officer's daughter, and I believe appearances do matter, because your first impression is the person, what you present yourself to be. A person with great knowledge, founder and president of the NGO Gold Society Global Organization of Academic Leaders. He's been an innovative principal. He's also with the CBSE Director Training Coordinator of Pathankot, the CBSE Resource Person of Panchkula and Chandigarh, with a total experience of 20 years. Has received letter of gratitude from Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji and Chief Election Commissioner of India. Received an award for brilliance from Honorable HRD Minister, Mrs. Smriti Zubin Irani. CBSE Resource Person for Accountancy and Gen. Decorated with Education Icon Award 2020 from ICSI India. Recipient of Global Teachers Award 2020 CED Foundation. Conferred the Dronacharya Award of the 2019 Punj Foundation. Also District Education Advisor of Wednesday Times National Magazine. Just the Best Principal 2017-18 by Wednesday Times. Honored by Avantika Society as a Dynamic Principal 2013. Participated as a panelist for NDTV India News Channel. A person who has publications like the Workforce Analytics, a panacea to talent acquisition in K-12 schools, a case study preference of parents and learners of K-12 between online and school-based learning, an educationist, an inspiration role model, and a role of STA-EAM. A very warm welcome to you, sir.
Invigorating evening to all the intellectual present at this rendezvous. At the outset, I extend my heartiest greetings to Educatio for organizing such a wonderful platform for the eminent educationists to come across and share their views. So at the onset, I extend my heartfelt blessings and greetings to entire teaching fraternity. We, being the part of education community, should really feel proud and honored. Before I proceed with I share my point of view or my view on this topic that is Teachers' Day, I would love to fold my hands and owe to all the teachers who have touched my life, and I really express my gratefulness to them that they have made a difference in my life. Capable enough to hear this star-studded platform. So I would love to say a few words about the teachers. मुझे फर्श से अर्श तक पहुंचा दिया, मुझे फर्श से अर्श तक पहुंचा दिया, एक कोरे कागज को अखबार बना दिया, इस उजड़े हुए चमन को एक बगीचा बना दिया। धन्य है मेरे टीचर, धन्य है मेरे टीचर, जिन्होंने मुझे क्या से क्या बना दिया. So teachers are the best brains of nation. It's needless to mention. No nation can rise above the teachers. They are just like a candle who illuminate the darkness and illuminate the entire world with the knowledge. At the same time, teachers have a colossal role to play as the future of the nation lies with them. It's a Herculean task to touch the lives of the children, especially in this 21st century when there is a lot expected new education policy and square around the corner. So teachers have to be equipped with what is the latest and with all the latest trends. Someone has very rightly remarked that mediocre teacher tells, good teacher teaches, great teacher inspires, and I add to it that an extraordinary teacher makes an ordinary student an extraordinary citizen and a person in life by making him or her believe that, yes, you can do. You can really make a pass out of the mountain. So if we talk about any profession on this planet, it is a teacher which trains each and every profession. What a lawyer would always wish, that the people must have problems in their life. A doctor may always wish that there should be some other kind of adversities or some other kind of health related issues in someone's life. But it is only a teacher who always prays and works indefatigably for the welfare of their children, who always want their children to rise and shine and rather outshine the teacher itself. So this is the teacher's role. This is what the teacher is. On this occasion, I wish each and every teacher that they must have a futuristic, rewarding, and stimulating career, along with a sound state of health, so that they can keep on contributing commendably to make this nation one of the progressive nations, and they can transform the lives of the students, understanding the aspirations which parents and with the community have from us. So this monumental task cannot be done or achieved without a vision, without a passion. So each and every teacher need to be passionate by heart. With this, I rest my voice. Thank you very much, Adikeshu, for having me with you on this show. And once again, happy Shiksha Divas to all of you. Thank you. God bless you all.
Thank you so much, sir, for those wonderful words. One thing which really I found beautiful was you have to be passionate. A teacher has to be passionate. That is something which will always be with me all the time. Thank you for saying that, sir, because I always believe passion is what makes a good teacher. And teachers are the only people in the world who actually are very, very happy, apart from the parents, when a child gets an award. We always say, "Wo mera bacha, he has done so well, or she has done so well." That pride on our face is unmatched, and that only comes with passions. How rightly you said that, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for your wonderful words, and welcome again from my Nani's town. My Nani is from Pathankot. So we would like, Education World would like to honor you for your presence today and for your wonderful speech, for being a truly inspirational teacher and leader, and for expired. Here's a certificate of recognition from Education World, and we would also like to give you the International Dr. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan International Award of Honor for the Principal of the Year. A very well-deserved one, sir. Thank you so much. And a
Thank
certificate
you.
of participation also, sir. So thank you so much for being
Thank
part
you.
of this webinar.
Pleasure
Is
is
it
all
true?
mine.
We now have I would really like to welcome a person I really admire. We would like to have an address by our VIP guest of honor, Dr. Priyadarshini Nayak, Principal and Academic Head of St. Xavier's Group of Schools. The thing that comes to my mind is a beautiful quote by Martin Luther King. Intelligence plus character is the goal of a true education. Dr. Priyadarshini Nayak is Pro Vice Chancellor Thames International University, Paris Principal and Academic Head of St. Xavier's Schools, Resource Person, Trainer and City Coordinator CBSE, Mentor, Regional Coordinator National Testing Agency, Government of India, Mentor of Change, Niti Aayog, Government of India, Chairman CBSE, Sahodaya School Complex, Eastern Orissa Chapter, a person with an MPhil energy lit in school education and administration, and administrator par excellence with a experience of more than 25 years. He's a well-known education consultant, mentor, trainer, motivator, and institutional strategist across the world, and associated with a number of schools as academic auditor and member governing council and management committee of well-known schools of the country, a practicing educator who epitomizes lifelong learning and is the chief editor of an educators magazine called Touch India. His long and illustrious career span has been more than 26 years, and he has carved a significant niche in the educational sector in India. He has gained a reputation as an erudite thought leader and is often invited as a guest and moderator in various forums that address global education issues and innovative forays in technologies and 21st century pedagogy. A recipient of the Best Teachers Award by Rajiv Gandhi Foundation in 2006, the Best Principal from City Irani, the Honorable MHRD Minister in 2014, the Best Principal from Secretary of Education, Sri Anil Sarup in 16, the International Principal Award in Dubai, and many others. A person, he was invited to Bangkok to present a paper at the 8th International Principal Education Conference of the topic, Research and Evidences, Basic Teaching. In 2018, he represented India to Singapore for an international roundtable conference. And in 2019, he was invited by the Ministry of Education in Sri Lanka to speak on the topic Sustainable Development Goals. And the list goes on. So a very warm welcome to you, sir, on this occasion of Teachers' Day. And namaskar from Education World.
Namaskar. Dr. Shelley, I think such a long description on the Teachers' Day. It's something I feel very sounding. The whole morning, since morning, we are in celebration of Teachers' Day only. Thank you very much, Education World, for giving me another opportunity to speak to you, all the educators here. I could find all of my friends, all educators, those who have joined today, my hearty greetings to each and every one. And of course, a very, very happy Teachers' Day. My special greetings to every educators, those who are connected today here. If I name, then, it will be very long, but I say, I have my friend, Dr. Pramod Mahajan. Sir, happy Teachers' Day. I have a very old teacher of mine, Anju Madam. Thank you very much, Anju Madam, for being here. And even if I have my school teacher here where I'm working, Fareen Naz, very good to see. Thank you, Fareen, who is the whole soul, organizer for organizing this wonderful day for all the teachers. Fareen Khan, I would love to, say you special greetings that yes, what a lovely day you have created for these teachers. Thank you on behalf of entire teaching fraternity to the Education World and Fareen Naz for organizing this. Teachers' Day commemorates the birth anniversary of Dr. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan, our country's esteemed Bharat Ratna, our former president. I think we need to follow his ideology, philosophy of such a personality. And it is honor. It is a very honor for me to be here today in front of all such devoted teachers, joyous teachers, and teachers, those who, feel that today is their day. On behalf of my teaching fraternity, I believe that this is something which need to be cherished. Teachers are the guiding light in our lives, shaping our talents and capabilities. I always say when we speak in the school to our children, these teachers are something which nobody can forget them, because they are not only the nation builders, they are not only the teachers of taking their subjects, but they are making their life. Everyone's life is made by these sort of teachers. So shaping the talents and capabilities of children are also a sole responsibility of teachers. They bear the joys, they bear the pressures, they bear the challenges of this noble profession. I think the person who creates so many professions need to be appreciated, need to be recognized in these sort of platforms. On behalf of everyone, let us all, you can say, stand united and pray for the wonderful work what they are doing it, and they should continue with these work. Thank you all teachers for your unwavering support, guidance, and what you are giving to your school, to your children. You have made a profound impact on the life of every child. Unless and until you would not have taken up this profession. I think this profession is those who have taken up this profession as a choice. I think for them there is a profound impact on the life of every child, and every child gets nurtured in the school. Your passion for teaching and your dedication to the growth of the students through inspiring teaching is really commendable. You need to have this commendable job, inspiring thought of doing something great for the nation. And I must thank all of you for your dedication towards your life in shaping the future generation of the country. You're all shaping the future generation of the country. And I believe the profession which you have taken, it's not only can be written in pen and paper, but it's something which has come up from the heart. I know the ideology philosophy of Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan is something beyond. He was not only a teacher, he was lovable to teachers. He was thinking that teacher need to be taken care of. And we believe that in this society, teachers need to be taken care of. And all of us know during the pandemic times what teachers have not done. People have thought of telling that other people, they have the COVID warriors, but I strongly believe they have transformed the education. The education was transformed by these teachers. Teachers have connected children. Teachers have connected parents, connected the entire education system. So I believe teacher to be saluted. Teacher are the COVID warriors. Teacher are such type of people. Those need to be recognized in the days to come, because the entire world was stuck. But believe me, I have seen practically the teachers were connected to every education factors. So I think if at all the nation is great, if at all his nation is doing something good, if at all we say that real nation builders, yes, real nation. Thank you very much, all teachers, for your wonderful job which you are doing it. Keep it up, this good work, good spirit of work. Try on keeping up, because children are not only meant for taking care of their studies, giving them good marks, because I say you are building up their talent, you are taking up the inherent talent, you are building up their life, you are taking care of each and every life. I understand every parent, they face lots of problem taking care of 2 to 3 son, daughter at home, but you teachers are taking up 40 children in a class. I think, if at all some self-administration day will be asked to be done in the school, if self-administration, somebody asked to take a class in a school, then the children only can understand how difficult such type of thinking. So friends, you are doing wonderful job in the days in education. And I strongly believe that you need to perform better in the days to come. Thank you very much, Education World, for giving me this responsibility to speak to a few people and share my feeling and thoughts. Best of luck to all the teachers for the future endeavors. Namaskar.
Namaskar, sir. Thank you so much for your wonderful speech. And sir, it was very heartfelt when you said that we are also part of being a COVID warrior. Because
Yes.
for people, I had, being part of a city, I had all the access to a computer, etc. But there were villages where people had nothing. and they learned how to get to their children with all means possible. They had to really rethink everything. And for them, what they did, like a person, like a teacher in Kerala, because during COVID, he used to teach on a boat because he knew that he had to teach his children. And those inspiring stories make us what teachers are today. So thank you so much, sir, for respecting us and giving us a due on this day. Because
My pleasure, my pleasure. Dr.
we
Sheli.
believe that it's us teachers. I mean, we take pride in that fact that every profession of today is there because we taught a child somewhere. So we have touched hundreds of and thousands of lives, and as you have done so too.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for being such a wonderful speaker. And here is a token of appreciation from Educatio World on Teachers' Day for being an inspiration teacher, a certificate of recognition, and the International Award of Honor for the Lifetime Achievement Award for commendable contribution in changing the education system. A very well-deserved one, sir, and a certificate of participation. Thank you so much, sir, for always being there for education and educationists. Here's a memento of honor also, sir. Now we have, I had a request in the chat box from a child called Krishna Gautam from grade 11. He would just like to say something. So the mic is all yours, Krishna.
Thank you, ma'am. A very good evening to all of respective donators. Teachers' Day is celebrated on 5th of September every year in honor of Dr. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan. Today's day is a special day for all of us, where we can pay hearty tribute to our dear teachers who takes untiring effort to build our future. My name is Krishna Gupta and I am in class 11th. My school name is Mascot Public School. First of all, I would like to thank my principal for giving me the opportunity to give a speech on this great occasion of Teachers' Day. Teachers' Day is celebrated on 5th September every year in honor. Teachers really play an important role in the education, and if life of the student teachers usually become individual with proper vision, knowledge and experience. The teachers has many important role in the educations of student, society and the country. The development and growth of people, society and country depends on the equal of education which is given only by a good teacher. Our teachers do not consider us less than our own children and teach us dignity as a child. When we need inspiration and encouragement, which we definitely get from our teacher, they teach us to get out of any bad situation in the thought, wisdom, and patience. Dear teachers, we all will be truly grateful of you always. This day is celebrated to present the gratitude to all the teachers by the students. On this day, many functions are organized by the students in colleges, schools, and in institutes. Dr. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan became a former president of India in 1962 to 1967. He was the first vice president and second president of Independence India, and he was a famous teacher. Teachers bring out the best in us and encourage us to strive for greatness. It is thought their guidance that the student learn to differentiate between right and wrong. Teachers have the ability to shape the future of millions of students and guide them on a right path. Apart from an academic teacher, student study apart from an academic teacher, stand by us at every step to guide, motivate, and inspire to become better human. They are the source of knowledge and facilitator providing wisdom. I would now like to extend my gratitude to every teacher for the selfless service and dynamic support. We are always grateful to you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Beta, for a lovely speech. And I know you, and I hope you become an educator soon. And thank you for that. And I think you've made Anju ma'am very proud today because you're from her school. So thank you so much. And we would now like to continue with the next part of our program, where we have our address by a special guest today, Ms. Rania Lampao. Is there someone saying something? Okay, I'll continue. Ms. Rania Lampao, STEM instructor, founder, Astronomy and Space Company, Ministry of Education, Greece. I would like to just add a few words, ma'am, here. If you have, what I feel about you, if you have to put someone on a pedestal, put teachers. They're society's heroes. Ms. Rania Lampao is a global educator, STEM instructor, ICT teacher trainer, neuroeducation researcher, international keynote speaker, author of scientific books for kids and global peace ambassador in Greece, a postgraduate in language teaching related to cognitive neurosciences, and she's also a passionate researcher on cognitive neurosciences and neuroeducation. She is currently working as a STEM instructor for the Greek astronomy and space company NXC of Salamis, and she's also working at the Greek Ministry of Education at the Directorate of Education, Technology and Innovation, where she writes STAM projects for Greek schools. She's been awarded many national and international awards, nearly over 120, is a Global Teacher Award of 2021, AKS Awards winner, Global Teacher Prize finalist from the Varkey Foundation, selected as a Global Icon of 2020, featured in the Passion Vista magazine. She is a founder and international coordinator of many innovative international projects that focus on the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals described in the 2030 Agenda, author of scientific books for kids. Furthermore, she is a social activist, a global peace ambassador, a senior advisor of the United Nations Peacekeeping Federal Foundation, ambassador of the Ecumenical Delphic Union, a member of the Educational Committee of Ecumenical Delphic Union in collaboration with Harvard University, a Global Council member of the Chartered Institute of Leadership, Education and Development, an international executive member of the Global Leaders Forum. She's on the editorial board of many journals, has presented her research in numerous international conferences. A very warm welcome to you, Rania ma'am, and may we now hear your speech.
Warm greetings from Greece. Really happy Teachers' Day. I'm very,
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you,
honored
ma'am.
and excited to be invited in this significant event which honors teachers, and very happy to see here very good friends and remarkable teachers from all over the world who deserve every kind of recognition. I warmly congratulate India and the education world for this initiative with the National Award Ceremony 2023. And of course, I warmly thank Dr. Farheen Khan for her always kind invitations. You know, every year World Teachers' Day reminds us of the critical role teachers play in achieving inclusive quality education for all, and it's an occasion to focus attention today on the contributions and achievements of education all around the world. So many congratulations for all the awardees today. My love for children and my interesting, you know, I love teaching since I was a kid, where the main motivations that made me dedicate my career to teaching. I was appointed in secondary education, but then I moved to primary education, which was a huge revelation because I had to work with children with great creativity, big flexibility and plasticity, and we together with these children of primary school age, we managed to do amazing things, amazing projects, which gave us over 200 awards. And above all, the privileged children are always my main area of interest. That's why I try to design and implement humanitarian STEM projects based on STEM development goals, which are addressed to poor and underprivileged children, especially in Africa. Now I'm in the Greek Ministry of Education, where I design STEM projects for Greek schools, and also I'm a STEM instructor. I'm teaching here during workshops. We're inviting primary, secondary schools, and the children are really enthusiastic when they get engaged in STEM activities, because I'm trying, through my position in the Greek Ministry, to promote the vision around not only here in Greece, but also all around the world. And also, as you said, the MESTERMA is the Greek Astronomy Space Company, where we organize with the kids, with children, workshops, lectures, and also astronauts. So investing in teachers, investment, this can transform education and will be crucial for the effective delivery of the post-2023 education agenda that focuses on equity and learning. Investing in education is critical to reach the world's agenda for sustainable development, as well as to recover from the COVID crisis and foster citizens who can tackle future global challenges. He goes, edu leaders in general, not only teachers, principals also. Edu leaders are the life forces that animate the schools they lead. They're builders of an organization culture. They're instructional leaders. They are the champions of diversity, of equity, and inclusivity. They are the heart of learning communities. They're takers, they're caregivers. They are agents of continual improvement. And they're also communicators and ambassadors of their school's vision for teaching and learning. So education is a fundamental aspect of the development of countries, especially economic development. So if the youth of a society is educated, the future is born. Teachers provide the education that improves quality of life. Therefore, bringing so much to both individuals and society as a whole is important, because teachers increase productivity and creativity of students, and therefore future workers. When students are pushed to be creative and productive, they are more likely to be entrepreneurial and make technological advancements, be innovative, and ultimately leading to economic development of a country. Effective teachers bring out the best in students and themselves. So the best in this instance refers to much more than instructional or academic or leadership performance. It's not this the best. It includes other dimensions of individual and collective experience at school, including personal and professional growth, social and emotional well-being, mental and physical health, and high expectations for peers, colleagues, and self. So for this reason, effective teachers focus on empowering people in terms of their individual capacities and collectively as a learning community. So this way, they strengthen the school culture and they continuously improve teaching and learning. So we could say that schools are not institutions set apart for the communities also they serve, because effective teachers should strengthen school culture and should extend this into the community, where they seek to meaningfully engage families, community members, external stakeholders. We are bombarded with so many complex problems like cyberbullying, for instance. We can't handle this on our own as educators. We need the help of parents also, the collaboration. So schools are the focal points in which a community and its constituent members can be deeply invested. So this we can do this by communicating our school's value, by translating our efforts to advance student learning and well-being into clear language that resonates with families and community, and providing authentic opportunities for the community to participate in the life of the school. That's why all the projects now involve communities. We're talking all around the world about community-based learning. And of course, promote high impact programming and initiatives that could be STEM that I mentioned before, after school programs, social emotional learning programs. In this way, we needed to be updated. That means be updated with technological advancement, and also be able to prepare students to face complex problems. I want to give you an example here in Greece. This year was the hottest summer ever. We had many fires, many arsons, many distractions, people were killed, houses destroyed. This happened very, very recently here in Greece. We have tragedies. So you can understand that the role of teachers here is very important, because these students will need to be aware of the climate change, of all these global problems. That's not only Greece, but all around the world. In Europe, it was the hottest summer. So we need to be updated of the complex problems, and of course with technology. We have a great reform here in Greece. Our ministry provided all of the primary, secondary schools with technological, with robotics equipment, but the teachers do not have any training on this. So how to use technology, we don't have training. So investment in initial and in-service learning and initially in-service training, post-service training. This is important. And you know that according to research, among all school-related factors that contribute to what students learn at school, educational leadership is the most important. The impact of educational leadership tends to be greater in schools, especially when the learning needs of students are most acute. So the greater the challenge is, the greater the impact an effective teacher or principal can have on student learning. Leadership is the catalyst. And this makes it possible for schools to improve continually in their efforts to advance learning and well-being for students and teachers alike. So we need to create learning settings that encourage students to believe that they can grasp academic subjects, to be encouraged to compete, to achieve higher and higher self-imposed goals. So in this way, students can have a heightened sense of self-efficacy, which helps them attain academic success. Seek out, discover, and applaud any effort that students, even those who fail or underachieve, make towards learning. Teachers should praise the learning process intellectually and accept mistakes, all kinds of behavioral aspects. And the most important, I think, is to create a sense of belonging in the school and educational community, because increase the school belonging, the feelings of feeling valued, being acknowledged, accepted, respected, and encouraged to participate in school classroom activities. This, of course, will lower the number of students who will drop out of school. And encourage creativity and curiosity, provide authentic problems, real life problems, similar to those that the students will face later in their life. Of course, a great teacher is someone who has passion for learning, children who has understanding, compassion, patience, resilience. You know, we need compassionate schools. The schools will staff and students learn to be aware of the challenges faced by others. This is compassionate school. There are those who respond to the physical, emotional, social challenges faced by students and families by offering support to remove barriers to learning. School community partnership, of course, foster resilience and creative supporting learning environments, strengthen the voice of students and parents in creating this environment. And as I said before, actively recruiting community partners, both private and public. So before concluding, I want to say that effective teachers care about each student. They stress parental involvement. They create a collaborative culture, and governments must ensure that teachers are appropriately prepared, supported. Increase the salaries. Teachers all around the world receive the lowest salary. This is something that we need to highlight, which is not fair given the huge efforts that they're doing. We need evidence-based, process-focused, results-oriented, and well-resourced strategy. Good systems need to be able to attract effective teachers, and at the same time, they need to grant sufficient autonomy to enable schools and teachers to focus on learning, engage all partners in the development and evaluation of policies. So reorient initial teacher training, continuous professional development, recognize the need for effective and participatory school leadership, and this way education can become a major driver of economic competitiveness in increasingly knowledge-intensive, knowledge-driven global economy. Because as education systems grow and diversify, society is increasingly concerned about the quality of education now. So thank you very much. Congratulations to all our awardees today. Happy Teachers' Day. And I'm sure that this is an occasion to think about the status of the teachers nowadays and how we can upgrade the status. This is both on individual level, but also governmental level, as I said before. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for saying that. I mean, for respecting us, for actually telling us that we need to be respected by the government agencies too. I totally believe in that. And what I really carry forward from your talk is we need to really understand the concept of community teaching, and also the fact that every teaching today has to always correlate to sustainable development, because what the world is going through today is unbelievable. And we actually, if we start thinking on those lines, we'll actually discover that we need it much more than anything else. And we have to really take care, and we have to leave a world for our children too, and that is as important. So education is just not bookish. Education is expanding your wings through a mixed combination of teachers, government, private and public schools. How well said, ma'am. Thank you so much from Educatio World. And this is a token of appreciation from Educatio World. And for being an inspirational speaker, a certificate of recognition, and the Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan International Award of Honor for the Dynamic Educator of the Year, a very well-deserved one, ma'am. Thank you so much. And here's a certificate of participation and a memento of honor from Educatio World. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you very much for this opportunity. Thank you.
And we now have a young little girl and the speech by Ambassador Mannat Pankul, our major international youth ambassador, youngest speaker champion, certified TED speaker, and a published author. Wow, what credentials. A very warm welcome, Mannat Beta.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Greetings of the day to all the respected gurus and educators present here today, live at Educatio World in different zones of the world to celebrate Teachers' Day. I want to extend my sincere gratitude to ED India for making me part of this auspicious day. Myself, International Youth Ambassador Mannat Pankul Necha. I'm the youngest speaker champion, certified TED speaker, international storyteller, and published author. On the occasion of Teachers' Day, I want to express my heartfelt gratitude to my parents who are my first teachers as they gave me life, and to all my teachers who are my second parents who have the smallest of tempers and the greatest of hearts. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah. Let's pay tribute to Dr. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan on his 135th birth anniversary. He was the one who wanted to celebrate Teachers' Day in 1962 to pay respect to all teachers and their contribution to the society. He remained a teacher throughout his life, despite of all his achievements and contributions. Chacha Nehru once said, India's peculiar privilege is to have a philosopher, a great educationist, and humanist as her president. We celebrate Teachers' Day every year on 5th September to acknowledge and highlight the contribution of teachers and the teaching profession in India. Teacher is a multitasking educational rock star who lives to inspire and loves to encourage. Teaching is the only profession that creates all other professions by illuminating the young souls with their own light. Teachers play a vital role in child development. The major facets are physical, mental, educational, social, moral, and spiritual. Parents are our first teachers. Their role has a major impact as they allow their kids to grow as they want without looking after what guidance they want. But to have their child have good personality, they look for a teacher who can balance and guide their child. Help them learn activities according to their inclination by minimizing their negative traits. Childhood teacher is a foundation as she provides structure and helps in enhancing their motor skills, creativity, and communication skills. It's truly believed that without a solid structure, we will have trouble in creating anything of value. Same way, play school is the first seed which enables child's mind to grow because at that time, brains develop faster and more significantly than during any time in future. Early teachers teaches children how to broaden and deepen their essential skills for learning and empowering them to make positive contribution to the world like emotional development, social skills, attention span, problem solving skills. Actually, it takes a big heart to teach little ones. In golden words of Albert Einstein, he said, play is the highest form of research. Teachers teaches us motion of science, novelty of English, adventure of social studies, and how to engage the world using whole body as mathematics in which we add, subtract, multiply, and divide. Teachers influence child academic life by enhancing skills that matter most, as creativity, develop new ways of thinking, critical thinking, analyzing and solving problems, collaboration, how to be a team player, communication, effective listening, and speaking skills. These 4 C's are even mandatory as per CBSE and NEP 2020. Teachers show us the right path so that we may not go astray. That's why for their well-being, we students should always pray. Thank you, teachers, for teaching us how to read and write, for guiding us to distinguish between what is wrong and right, for allowing us to dream and soar as a kite, and for making us what we are today. Your thoughtfulness is a gift we will always treasure. Happy Teachers' Day. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Bete, for a wonderful speech. And actually, you learn from students too today. And thank you, Bache. And may you continue your journey in a beautiful manner. May you have many more accolades to your side. So thank you so much, Bete. And here is a token of appreciation from Educacia World for you. Thank you so much, Beta. And certificate of recognition.
Ma'am, I want from Seema ma'am actually.
Seema ma'am, you'll have to speak for her.
Good evening, everyone. Happy Teachers' Day. The teacher in me bows down to the teacher in you. And as it is, you were fantabulously fabulous, you know. I think from next time, I'll have to bring a lot of different vocabulary for you just to appreciate you the way you present your own perspective, you know, the body language, the poise, the kind of vocabulary you use, the kind of pauses that you take, and above all, the kind of confidence and right attitude that you show. And you know, that is what will take you places. So thank you for such an interesting and intriguing speech. You know, we were all glued to our screens to what Mannat is speaking. So thank you, Mannat, and stay blessed always. You are one of my favorite, right? So you just touch the right chord and you say, okay, Seema ma'am, love you, beta.
Ma'am, one thing is about children is they're very honest. Their likes and dislikes are like on plain paper. They don't hide, you know, from anyone. Mannat's dear Seema ma'am, you are our next speaker for today. A person we're going to have an address by a VIP guest, Dr. Seema Negi, Director Principal, Sanjeevani World School, Mumbai. I always look forward to your speech, ma'am. And I always believe in the words of William Butler Yeats when I see you, education is not filling of a pail, but lighting of a fire. And you have lighted the fire amongst children like Mannat. And I so believe that with all the others you have touched upon. So Dr. Seema Negi, who comes from a lineage of Indian Air Force, very proud of the fact that I'm also from the Armed Forces. My dad's from the Army, ma'am. And is a passionate educator. She has worked with some of the reputed schools, and presently she is the principal of Sanjeevani World School, Mumbai. Dr. Seema discovered her love and zest towards education when she realized that her desire revolves around the development of the nation. Being a visionary, her leadership has always been dynamic and passionate. She has prevailed in the field of education for more than 2 decades. Hence, she believes she was destined to be a teacher, an epitome of sheer dedication and hard work. As a team player, she believes in transformational leadership. With a great sense of pride, she empowers her team members and how a balance can be maintained between technology-driven, value-based education. What makes her direction different is she's her down-to-earth approach and her belief in the fact that let's do it, Rab, let's do it. She firmly believes that she has a legacy to leave behind, and She's an educator and mentor. She willingly embraces the responsibility to prepare students, not just for academic pursuit, but for life. Her signature program, Principal Ki Pathshala, is much appreciated and applauded by the educators fraternity. She's a true leader and she leads by example. She has won a number of awards like the Bharat Vidya Shiromani, the Jewel of India, the Shiksha Bharati Award, the APJ Abdul Kalam Professional Excellence Award, the Atulya Vidya Ratan Samman, the Dada Saheb Phalke International Award, Film Foundation for Selfless Work during COVID times. She's awarded in 7 countries: Nepal, Sri Lanka, Thailand, Singapore, London, Dubai, and India. Her work is recognized by the World Book of Records. She has conducted more than 500 seminars in the 18 months of pandemic and reached to 1.5 lakh audience. Wow, ma'am. Well deserved, well deserved. Very warm welcome to you.
Thank you, Shelly. Thank you so much. Namaskar, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from whichever part of the world you are joining. And today we are gathered here to celebrate Teachers' Day. And I want to take a moment to express my immense pride in being a teacher. I am a teacher and I take a lot of pride in that. Because, teaching is not just a profession. It's a noble calling, a vocation that shapes the very fabric of the society. So definitely, I'm not going to give you any speech today, but today when I was in school, the first thing that I did was I was the first person to reach the school, stand at my school's gate before anyone else. And I wished each and every teacher who entered. I just gave her a small piece of paper which says, you are loved, you are trusted, you are valued. We need to love our teachers, we need to trust them, and we need to value them, because if we do not do that, everything else that we do does not make sense. Then I met all my students. I think for a principal standing on the school's gate and welcoming her students and teachers is like a booster dose. So I got my beautiful booster dose in the morning. And it helped me reflect on few of the practices, what we as a teachers can really think of and why we should take pride in who we are. So some different practices, though basically 7 different practices, hope that will make sense for each one of you. So the 7 different practices that I want to give to all the teachers and I want to make them feel special. So my first point for you is teachers are the knowledge enablers. So teachers, it's you who are the torchbearer of the knowledge. It's you who impart wisdom, fact, and skills, illuminating the path of learners and lead your students to the right direction. You are the guiding light. So the second point that I want to discuss is you are the guiding light. In the world full of choices and challenges, teachers, it's you who act as a guiding light, helping students navigate through life's twists and turns. You are, in real sense, the mentors and role models. Teachers, you not only teach the subject that you are assigned to, but also exemplify values and ethics. You are the one who inspires students to be the best version of themselves. You are the confidence builders. Through encouragement and constructive feedback, it's you teachers who boost students' self-confidence and help them overcome their doubts and fears. You are indeed the lifelong learners, because teachers are the ones who are perpetual learners. They constantly update their knowledge and adapt to changing times. You set an example of lifelong learning for your students. You are the community builders. Teachers, you are the one who foster a sense of community within your own classroom. You create spaces where diverse individuals come together to learn and grow. And last but not the least, you are the impact creator. The impact of a great teacher extends beyond the classroom, shaping future leaders, innovators, and compassionate citizens. So you are not just teachers, you are the teacher. And trust me, teachers cannot be common people, because common people cannot be teachers. So you are the one who is changing the society. You are the one who is building the nation, one class at a time, one child at a time. Yes, at times you might be feeling that it's very frustrating to be the teachers, because the kind of result that you look for, you do not get it. But still, keep on going, never give up, because God has chosen you to be a teacher. everybody cannot be a teacher. Your heart is slightly larger than others. Your wisdom is slightly more than others. And you have much more patience than others, okay? You are the chosen one who will change the world. Take pride in yourself, pat your back and say proudly, I am the teacher. And happy Teachers Day to each one of you, and heartiest congratulations to everyone who are getting felicitated today. It's a big day. It is your day. Enjoy it to the fullest. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for a wonderful speech as usual. And thank you so much for saying that we take one child at a time. And we do feel frustrated, ma'am. That is absolutely true. We actually feel why did this happen? So what really makes us different is what, as you pointed out, we are builders of the nation. We bring the change. And at the end of the day, a little smile from a child and saying, ma'am, happy Teachers Day. I remember you taught me 10 years back. And all that worries, all that tension, I mean, it just vanishes in a wink of a. So how rightly you put it. Thank you so much, ma'am, for those wonderful words. And it'll always be special is special to hear you. Thank you so much, ma'am. And here is a token from appreciation from Educatio World. Thank you, ma'am, for being an inspirational educator. Here is the Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan International Award of Honor for being the Education Reformer of the Year. Very well deserved one, ma'am. And a certificate of participation from Educatio World. Thank you so much, ma'am. And here's a memento of honor from Educatio World, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Truly honored. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. To carry on the program further, we have addressed by our special guest, Mr. Firoz Akbarov, founder of ETA Uzbekistan, and a person who, the words that ring in my mind are from Henry Adams. A teacher affects eternity. He can never tell where his influence stops. Mr. Firoz Akbarov is a native of Uzbekistan who did his Bachelor of Arts in English Philology from Samarkand State Institute of Foreign Languages. He furthered his studies by winning a state-funded scholarship for pursuing a 2-year master course at the University of Pune, India. He's been a winner of multiple awards, both domestically and internationally. One of the best remarkable achievements was in China when he was awarded the Best TESOL Teacher of the Year Award 2014. Recently awarded the Universal Leadership Award for Outstanding Global Educators by Global Educatio. Mr. Firoz Akbarov is a philanthropist by nature, so he has committed himself to volunteering, public engagement both at home and abroad, physically and remotely. There are several projects to be named, such as the TED Master Virtual Speaking Club, the 20-minute talk from founder, Zoom workshop of ESL teachers and others. He has become an international ESL, EFL instructor due to his extensive teachings abroad and his international teacher qualification. He's one of the fewest English teachers from Uzbekistan with the international C2 level. Mr. Akbarov has been the most celebrated international model United Nations participator from Uzbekistan with 7 awards. Since 2020, he has firmly established his online presence across international platforms as a successful international speaker and also founder of a newly established ETA Uzbekistan, that is the English Teachers Association. A very warm welcome to you, sir. May we please listen to you now.
Thank you very much for a beautiful introduction of mine. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Firoz Akbarov, and it fills my heart specifically with pride and joy and pleasure and gratitude to be part of this favorable occasion when we global teachers are gathered from all across the world to congratulate one another and also those who are associated to the teaching job in one way or another. By your kind permission, I'd like to carry on with a 5-slide mini presentation that I prepared for this auspicious event. If you could allow me to share the screen, I will go on. Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir, we can.
Okay, perfect. Now, can you see the cyclist riding a bike?
Yes, sir, we can.
Okay, perfect. So I'd like to draw some unprecedented parallels between a teacher and a cyclist. Just look at this cyclist riding a bike. For the movement or motion to take place, a cyclist needs to constantly keep pedaling. For the education to take place, a teacher has to take a central role to teach. So, in other words, a sustainability is only guaranteed through education. Teachers and educators at large are the driving force behind any kind of development that shapes up the society and the country. So teachers play a big role in the development of all the strata of the society. So they are, literally the movers and shakers of this society. And this particular example is a phenomenal illustration of how powerful teachers' contribution can be. In the next slide, this is more like a collage of some bits of my experiences that I've been through various kinds of classes, trainings, conferences, where I tried to bring about different change into all those communities that I was involved in. And being through a large number of interactions with the crowds of people, both in and out of the country, I realized that if you are to inspire others, you would be inspired yourself. If you empower others, you empower yourself. If you enlighten others, you enlighten yourself. If you make a difference in other people's lives, eventually you make a difference in your life. So this is more like a reciprocal process, pretty much like give and take. The more you give, the more you receive. So teaching is perhaps the most rewarding profession of all. And remember, when you keep on teaching for 10 years, for 20 years, you will have thousands of students and followers who would be coming back to you with all of the accomplishments and achievements to be proud of your teachings. And this is what makes you a great person at the end of the day, that you have done something, not just for the sake of bringing about an impact onto one child's life, but into a whole nation at large. This is why teachers' job is instrumental and fundamental. This year on May 19th, I was awarded a state prize, a Medal of Honor for my exemplary and exceptional contribution to the field of education in my republic, in Uzbekistan. This is the first time I was awarded such kind of honor. It means a lot to me. It gives a lot of motivation to me because I was behind initiating a trailblazing project, which you mentioned earlier. I'm the founder of ETA Uzbekistan. And what is ETA Uzbekistan? This is a novel project which is fully in line with United Nations Sustainable Development Goal 4, creating lifelong learning opportunities for all English teachers and learners, and also providing quality, equitable learning opportunities, both for those in urban places and those in the remote villages. And this project won the hearts and minds of not only the Uzbek communities, but also those beyond the borders of Uzbekistan. So this is a truly international project which won lots of numerous awards and accolades. And this project was not initiated for the sake of winning lots of awards, actually. This was with one single mind, to bring about change to the troubling communities that have been not experiencing a better quality education for a long time, especially during the COVID-19 global pandemic, when global education came to a halt temporarily, when the education was disrupted, especially in the rural areas, this project was the single guiding light that a lot of teachers were looking up to. And I'm proud that they had something to look up to in the most unsettling times of global pandemic. And which is why eventually the entire commitment and endeavor and efforts were found duly enough to be awarded with a state medal. Let's carry on onto my fourth slide. I would like to take a moment once again to congratulate each and every teacher, both in India and beyond India, globally. You know, teacher, the word teacher is profound in meaning. It doesn't just, it can be limited to the words shown on my screen, but it's actually more than that. It transcends the list that I provide on the screen: talent, education, attitude, character, harmony, efficient, relation. It's actually many more. So let me congratulate once again all of you. And I'll round off my mini presentation with two quotes. Teaching is a profession that teaches all the other professions. A teacher is the one who makes himself or herself progressively unnecessary. In short, we love you, teachers, because you are the sunshine that brings light to our lives. And I'll just round up with one last statement. Happy Teachers' Day to everybody. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. They always say an award is an incentive, but an award is also something which is a culmination of a hard work of a teacher in bringing about change in the lives of so many people. And I totally believe in what you said is, as teachers change life, they also need to understand what a child wants. So thank you so much, sir, for enlightening us on this issue. And
my pleasure.
It's always a pleasure listening to you, because what you present is what you've actually done. And that is an inspiration for others. Thank you so much, sir. And here's a token of appreciation from Educatio World and a certificate of recognition. And can we have these slides, please, ma'am? Yeah. Yeah. So thank you so much, sir. And I think we'll go on to our next speaker for today. And the next speaker today is an address by a special guest, Dr. Mutmaina, Assistant Professor at Universities Al Ashria, Mandar in West Sulawesi, Indonesia. There's a beautiful quote for a teacher like you from B.B. King. A beautiful thing about learning is that no one can take it away from you. We as women are teaching is one profession which has more women than men, but I feel a teacher, whether it's a mother or a teacher, we change societies. So a very warm welcome, Mutmaina ma'am. She's a highly accomplished assistant professor at the Universities Al Asria, Mandar in West Sulawesi, Indonesia. She has extensive experience as a lecturer, global speaker, and international leader. Ma'am has held numerous positions at university, including chairman of the Indonesian Language Department, public relations officer, director of Women's Center Studies, deputy director of Quality Assurance Unit. She's an accomplished author, having written 52 national and international books published by esteemed publishers such as Springer, Emerald, Taylor, and Francis. She serves as an international board member for various scientific innovation research groups and is a member of the United Nations volunteer roster. She has won over 100 international awards, including the Outstanding Professor Leadership, Best International Influencer, Best Emerging Professor of the Year. She's also an honorary doctorate degree holder from Lahore University and the recipient of the Doctor of Excellence Award from the Philippines, a member of the United Nations volunteer roster and advisory board of Indonesian education. Her research interests include developing literary work, instructional teaching material, the TESOL, that is teaching English to speakers of other languages, an outstanding scholar with a Center, Indonesian Ministry of Education and Culture score overall of 2052 and an H index of 14. She's a strong believer in international collaboration and teamwork and an academician par excellence. A very warm welcome to you, ma'am. A very warm welcome to you, ma'am. Utmaina, ma'am. Do we have a problem here, ma'am? Is there a problem?
Can you hear me? Hello?
Good evening, ma'am. Can you hear us, ma'am? Good evening, ma'am.
Hello,
Can you hear us, ma'am?
Yeah, hello.
Can you hear us, ma'am? Yeah, hello. Can you hear us, ma'am? Yeah,
I'm sorry. I have bad connection, so I use my phone for the audio.
Ma'am, you can shut the speaker of the laptop. That way we won't have two voices. Ma'am, we are
Can you hear me
unable
now?
to. Yes, ma'am, we can hear you now.
Yes, I'm sorry, I have a bad connection and this is trouble with my laptop. So I use my phone for the audio. So I'm sorry for this inconvenience. I think this is not good. Wait.
Excuse me, ma'am. Sorry for the interruption. You have to disconnect from one device.
Yep. Good. Can you hear me?
Now it's okay.
It's very clear, ma'am.
It's okay now? Yeah, okay now. Okay, thank you very much. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good evening from Indonesia. First of all, I want to say thank you very much for having me and invite me again in this wonderful meeting. Happy Teacher Day. And I want to share about the most important of 21st century skill. So allow me to share my screen. I know my time is very limited. Well, thank you, Dr. Salim Malik, for your wonderful introduction of my profile. And then I want to share to you some of my organization. Why? Because you know we are in the digital era, and then we are in the 21st century skill. We need it, namely the collaboration. So we are here. All of the speakers that I know mostly very famous, and I know you well from your presentation. And then we are know each other in the same event. Well, also this is we are connected each other with the world because of the 21st century skill, because we have namely international collaboration, and this is one of the most important skill that the teacher or lecturer must mastery for today. So, well, I want to share to you congratulations to all of you, all of the educators all around the world. Happy Teachers Day again. And I believe the hand of the quality of education, this is on the teacher, on us, with us. So But remember one thing that we know, being a teacher, this is not easy. We must be combine everything in our classroom. You know, our students, they are unique. They are have different learning style. They are have different skills. So that's why I think we need to be appreciated also being as a teacher. And then this is I think this is honor for us to be a teacher. So creating the fun, and we are respect for our student, and we are designing our learning without fear, and then we having them in happy classroom. This is the most important for educator for today. So why this is a 20% skill is very important, that you know we are in the digital era, and then everything being digital. The teacher must be going to be digital, the student also must be going to be digital, and the material also will be going to be digital. So right now we have new trend, new phenomena like chatbot, everything in the chatbot, and then a ChatGPT right now is very trend, and you can be having great feedback by using the technology. Or we are right now in the robotic era, but we still believe that the technology, this is only the tool, but everything, the designing from lesson plan, syllabus, curriculum, assessment, and the activities in the classroom, this is by the teacher. So congratulations and happy Teacher Day again. Well, the 20% skill, how to understanding that sometimes we just know that the 20% skill, this is about the learning skill itself. Like you see in my slide, the 5C, this is the very the most important 20% skill based on the learning skill criteria, like doing communication, collaboration, critical thinking, to be creative, and having namely computational thinking. But sometimes we are forgetting about literacy skill and the life skill. So we know that we are, as a teacher, not only just teaching in the classroom, but also we have responsibility to increase the student literacy skill, life, for example, like a leadership. As you know, we are educator, we are a leader in our classroom. So we are have responsibility to improve their leadership or responsibility skill. So we have see here literacy skill and the life skill. This is the 20% skill, and this is the very important skill, not only about the learning skill itself. So the meaning of 21st skill, I think all of us as educators, we are well known about this term, that 21st skill, how we are having connected each other. But you know, we have so many challenges with this 21st skill, like about doing collaboration, connected globally. This is not all of the educator can do that. So congratulations to us here. We can be connecting each other and doing so many innovation, so many events to support each other. We are support, we are growing each other from all around the world, like Indonesia, India, from Greece, and so many countries here. We are together, how we are support and inspire each other. So this is the key of 20% skill that, you know, I think still having or some of the educators still doing the conventional conventional or traditional method right now when we are actually already in the 21st century skill. For the first one, we know that learning is no longer a solo activities anymore for today. The teacher is no longer the only person teaching. You know, right now, everybody have autonomy in learning. Can be direct yourself, can be determine your learning by following some of a webinar or course, international course, for example. I think this is about how we can be motivate ourselves, or namely here intrinsic motivation. So to support that, we know that learning is no longer passive anymore. We must be active. Don't wait. Don't just doing nothing, but you must be motivate yourself to improve your competence or your skill. So books are just the start. You know, we have ChatGPT right now, and then this is if you have this ChatGPT and you can use it for just a tool in learning. So teaching is then beyond in the classroom. So we believe that in our classroom, we not only about sharing knowledge, giving assignment, ask them to reading a book, giving the feedback, but we also have responsibility that, you know, education, this is the holistic process. We also have opportunity to help our students to increase their not only metacognitive skill, but also about their character, their value, their moral, and then behavior and attitude. So let's have a look about the Bloom taxonomy. How you see here the cycle of the Bloom taxonomy from remembering, understanding, applying, analyzing, evaluating, and creating. This is the 21st century skill, and how we can be connected all of them in one activities that's for the student 21st century skill, or namely here familiar with the Bloom taxonomy. And you know, teacher, yeah, you need right now to increase your competence to mastery the technology, or integrate the technology in your learning and teaching process. So you know, our students right now, they are the mobile student. They are very familiar with the technology and the smartphone. That's why we should be adapt with this situation. We must, we cannot be improving our competent by joining seminar like today, like tonight, or we are joining some courses to building up our skill, and then building up our new community, new collaboration, and then a new teamwork. So technology, because today mostly the students, they are born digital, that's why the 21st century skill is also very important as a teacher. So thank you very much for having me and listening to me. And again, happy Teacher Day from Indonesia. Namaste. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bye-bye. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. How beautifully you elaborated upon the 4 C's, how technology is an integral part of society today, and how we cannot do without it. But what I'm going to take back from your lecture is not only understanding what education is all about, but also trying to assimilate as much as you can from it. As you just pointed out, that education is also going to be inspired by AI. We're going to have mobile teaching, quantum learning, pedagogy, and an industrial revolution. And yet education still, it all depends on what a teacher does for a student. So thank you so much, ma'am, for a beautiful speech. It's a pleasure listening to you, ma'am, and a namaskar from Educatio World and from India on Teachers' Day. From a good evening from a teacher to a teacher. Here is a token of appreciation from Educatio World, a certificate of recognition. Can we go on further, please? And thank you so much, ma'am, for being part of this seminar. And now we
Welcome.
come
Thank you so much. Thank you, Dr. Kalimalik. Thank you, Farhan. Thank you, Akbar, and all of the participants.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Assalamualaikum.
And salam alaikum, ma'am. And thank you so much for being part of this beautiful day today. And now we come to a very interesting part and the most awaited part of our program, and that is the announcement of the Dr. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan International Award of Honor for today. Can we have the first slide, please? The Dr. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan International Award of Honor goes to Lifetime Achievement Award goes to a renowned multilingual writer, literary researcher, educationalist, scholars guide, and social reformer of India, Professor Dr. Ramakanta Behra, retired Professor, Government of India, Orissa, Sadhanalia, Vikas Nagar, Balesar, Orissa. नमस्कार सर, और मैं इतना ही कहूंगी कि आप जैसे लोगों से सीखना मिलता है कि गुरु गोविंद दोनों खड़े काके लागू पाए, बलिहारी गुरु आपकी जिन्हों गोविंद दियो मिलाए. So आपका बहुत बहुत नमस्कार. Here's a memento of honor from Education World. The next award of the next Dr. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan International Award of Honor goes to Rajendra Kumar Patnaik, OES, retired District Inspector of Schools, Village Dahunda, PS, Kamaranda, Balasar, Odisha. You are a recipient of the Lifetime Achievement Award, and teachers like you are like candles. दिए की तरह होते हो आप, जो जल जाते हो अपने विद्यार्थियों के लिए. आपको बहुत बहुत प्रणाम. और here's a memento of honor from Education World. The next Dr. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan International Award of Honor goes to Lakshman Chandra Datta, retired headmaster, Government of Odisha, Village Balapur, Dehud, Bhograi, District Balasore, Odisha. Namaskar, sir. आप उस शिक्षक की तरह हैं, उस कम्हार की तरह हैं, जिसने कितने ही बच्चों को अपनी राह दिखाई है, अपनी ही राह दिखाई है. और आपके लिए कहा जाता है कि ऐसे शिक्षकों को हमारा नत प्रणाम, शत प्रणाम. Here is a memento of honor from Education World. Yeah. The next Dr. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan International Award of Honor goes to Dhananjay Patra, retired teacher, Government of India, Village Nafrai, PS Bhograi, District Balasore. Namaskar, sir. The Education World is proud to give you the Lifetime Achievement Award as a dramatist, actor, and director. Sir, बहुत बड़ी बात है आपसे मिलना. बहुत अच्छा लगा आपसे मिलके.
अरविंद भाई वाघेला.
नमस्कार सर. नमस्कार सर. सर उड़िया मुझे आती नहीं है, लेकिन इतना ही कहूंगी कि आप जैसे शिक्षकों की वजह से ही दुनिया कायम है, क्योंकि आपने हमें बहुत राह दिखाई है. So आपको नमस्कार. And here's a memento of honor from Education World. The next International Award of Honor goes to Dr. Mani Kinkar Patnaik, Principal Birla Open Minds International School, Bilaspur. It is always said the best teachers are those who show you where to look, but don't tell you what to see. They always encourage you to do. And that's what you are, sir. And here is the Lifetime Achievement Award as the best eminent principal, education researcher, and reformer.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Here's a certificate of past participation and memento of honor from Education World. The next Dr. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan International Award of Honor goes to Alka Saxena, a principal, Radiant India School, Sharjah, UAE. Ma'am receives the Lifetime Achievement Award, and it is well said. A good teacher teaches you the way to success. A good teacher teaches you how to be the best. Thank you so much, ma'am, for being an excellent teacher. Here is a memento of honor from Education World. The next Dr. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan International Award of Honor goes to Dr. A. Jyotsna, Correspondent Principal, Academic Director, Chaisai College, Hafizpet, Hyderabad. It is always said that a genius is a teacher who opens the minds of students. So thank you so much, ma'am, for being part of the award winner for today. Can we have the former slide, please? Ma'am gets the Lifetime Achievement Award from Educatio World. Congratulations, ma'am. Here's a certificate of participation and a memento of honor from Educatio World. The next Dr. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan International Award of Honor goes to Ms. Patricia Gonde, Head Academics, Louisiana, Cleveland Road. For you, ma'am, I would like to quote Darwin: a teacher's job is to take a bunch of live wires and see that they're all well-grounded. Here's a Lifetime Achievement Award for you, ma'am, from Educatio World. Congratulations. And his certificate of participation and a memento of honor from Educatio World, ma'am. Congratulations. The next Dr. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan International Award goes to Dr. Joy Josephine, Principal, Good Shepherd Indian School, who believes that a good teacher is like a candle. It consumes itself to light the way for others. Ma'am gets the Lifetime Achievement Award. Congratulations, ma'am. And here's a certificate of participation and a memento of honor from Educatio World. Congratulations. The next Dr. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan International Award of Honor goes to Dr. Can we please have the mics on mute, please? Ma'am gets the Lifetime Achievement Award, Dr. Jamie Sudhakar, Principal, Oakley International School, Telangana, Adilabad. Congratulations, ma'am. A true teacher is the one who believes that anything can be done in the world. And here's a certificate of participation and a memento of honor from Educatio World. The next Dr. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan International Award goes to Lavanya Mukra, Senior Academic Coordinator, Cambridge Curriculum, Global City International School, Bangalore, Karnataka. Truly said, one child, one teacher, one pen, one book can change the world. Congratulations, ma'am, for getting the Lifetime Achievement Award from Educatio World. And here's a certificate of participation and a memento of honor from Educatio World. The next Dr. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan Award goes to Dimple Juneja, Research Scholar, Mohanlal Sukandya University. She gets the Lifetime Achievement Award for being an inspirational teacher who believes that change is what begins with the teacher and ends with the student. Congratulations, ma'am, on your achievement, and is a certificate of participation and a memento of honor from Educatio World. The next Dr. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan Award, International Award of Honor goes to Preeti Shrimal, Principal, Billabong High International School, Vadodara, Gujarat. Your sober personality, ma'am, speaks for itself. You are well-deserved Lifetime Achievement Award for a teacher who believes in doing. Congratulations, ma'am. And here's a certificate of participation and a memento of honor from Educatio World. The next Dr. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan International Award of Honor goes to Dr. Pratiksha Dikshit, Principal, Springdale's Delhi Road, Muradabad, Uttar Pradesh, who believes that teaching is not a job, it's a lifestyle. It permeates your whole life. Congratulations, ma'am, for the Lifetime Achievement Award from Educatio World. And here's a token of appreciation and participation and memento of honor from Educatio World. The next Dr. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan International Award of Honor goes to Lakshmi Hariharan, CEO and founder of Spectra Gene, New Delhi, who believes that a teacher is a person who lights the way for every child to seek a future. Congratulations, ma'am, on receiving the Lifetime Achievement Award from Educatio World. Here's a certificate of participation and a memento of honor from Educatio World. Congratulations, ma'am. The next Dr. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan International Award of Honor goes to Dragan Jovanov, scientist, educator, author, speaker from Macedonian, for the dynamic scientist of the year, a teacher who believes that science is the basis of every language in the world, in the sense that the science is the true architect behind every study. Congratulations, sir, from Educatio World. Here's a congratulations for a certificate of participation and a memento of honor from Educatio World. The next Dr. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan International Award of Honor goes to Professor D. Pratik Ranjan Mugekar, scientist, distinguished professor, vice chancellor, University of Expertise, Mumbai, Kolkata, India. A person looking young enough to be my son, a dynamic scientist of the year from Educatio World, who carries on the torch of science and will always be a light for his students. Here's a token of certificate of appreciation and a memento of honor from Educatio World. Congratulations, sir. The next Dr. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan International Award of Honor goes to Alex Kang, PH, Professor Al and Data Scientist, Global Research Institute of Technology and Engineering, North Carolina, US. Congratulations, sir. And always believing there is always a significant answer to every question. And congratulations for being awarded the Professor of the Year from Educatio World, a well-deserved one. And here is a certificate of participation and a memento of honor from Educatio World. The next Dr. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan International Award of Honor goes to Dr. Shashank Degardwala, Associate Professor and Head of Department, Sigma University, Vadodara, Gujarat, India. A person who believes, as a young researcher of the year from Educatio World, there is always a rational answer to everything. And that is what changes science. Congratulations. And here's a certificate of participation and a memento of honor from Educatio World. The next Dr. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan International Award of Honor goes to Dr. Anjum Nazar Qureshi, Assistant Professor, Rajiv Gandhi College of Engineering, Research and Technology, Chandrapur. Congratulations, ma'am, for being the outstanding scholar of the year and believing that every child is special. Congratulations, ma'am. There's a certificate of participation and a memento of honor from Educatio World. The next Dr. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan International Award of Honor goes to Dr. Sumitra Singh, Associate Professor, Amity Law School, Noida, for being the best in higher education and social legal outreach activities. Congratulations, ma'am, and I believe teaching law, you teach what is right and what is wrong. And it is always said about a lawyer that the one who teaches law teaches you how to be in society. So thank you for that, ma'am. And here's a certificate of participation and memento of honor from Educatio World.
Thank you so much, ma'am. So humbled to receive the award. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. The next Dr. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan International Award goes to Dr. Kalisharan Rath, Associate Professor, GIET University, Gunupur, Odisha, India. Congratulations, sir, for the dynamic researcher of the year and believing that research is the basis of all sciences. Thank you so much, sir. And here is a certificate of participation and a memento of honor from Educatio World. The next Dr. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan International Award of Honor goes to Dr. Abhay Shukla, Professor, Access Institute of Technology and Managed, Roma, Kanpur. You are awarded the Educatio Award on International Award of Honor for Professor of the Year. You are a person who believes that igniting lives and changing lives is a motto of what a true teacher is. Congratulations, Abhay, sir. Here's a token of certificate of appreciation and a memento of honor from Educatio World. The next Dr. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan International Award of Honor goes to Kavitha Jain, researcher and academician, Talent Pool Academy, Coimbatore, for being an innovative researcher of the year and making us believe that every path and every way has an answer, every term as a research. Here's a token, a certificate of appreciation and a memento of honor from Educatio World. The next Dr. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan Award goes to Sarita Jaiswal, Mentor of Social Entrepreneurship, Delhi, for a Social Worker of the Year. It is always said that a person who believes in social work is a person who carries the light of empathy with them. Congratulations, ma'am. And here's a certificate of participation and a memento of honor. Congratulations, ma'am. And being there, it's lovely to get an award. Congratulations. The next award of honor, Dr. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan International Award of Honor, goes to Usha Kiran Gite, Chairperson, Vivekanand Youth Welfare Society and Delhi World Public School, Parle, Vajinath, Maharashtra, for excellence in school education. Congratulations, ma'am, for guiding thousands of students to be what they are today. Here's a token of participation and a memento of honor from Educatio World. The next Dr. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan International Award of Honor goes to Professor Ambassador Dr. Santi Sarvana, Research Scholar, Sansar, Multifaceted Arts Director, Taru Groups, for the Innovative Director of the Year. Congratulations, ma'am, for being there and for changing lives of many through your innovation and teaching. Congratulations, ma'am. And here's a certificate of participation and a memento of honor from Educatio World. The next Dr. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan International Award of Honor goes to Dr. Himanshu Rajguru, Director, Rajguru Academy, Bhayandar West. Congratulations, sir, for the Dynamic Director of the Year and for believing that society brings change when you change yourself. Congratulations, sir. And here's a memento of honor from Educatio World. The next Dr. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan International Award of Honor goes to Bhaskara Bhatla Krishna Mohan, Academic Director and Teacher Trainer, Dwarka, New Delhi. Congratulations, sir, for being a young person and getting the Dynamic Director of the Year and always believing that a good leader is the one which brings change through empathy and appreciation. Congratulations, sir. And here is a certificate of participation and a memento of honor from Educatio World. The next Dr. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan International Award of Honor goes to Dr. Archana Chawla, Honorary Director, Chawla Tutorials, Ludhiana, for the Innovative Director of the Year and believing that every student is special. Thank you, ma'am, for doing that. Here's the certificate of participation and a memento of honor from Educatio World. The next Dr. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan International Award of Honor goes to Mrs. Monica Agarwal, Director, Achiever Heights International School, Shahada District, Nandurbar, for being an outstanding Director of the Year and believing that change comes from within and being a harbinger of change. Congratulations, ma'am, for being an outstanding Director of the Year. And here's a certificate of participation and a memento of honor from Educatio World. The next Dr. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan International Award of Honor goes to Dr. Deepti R. Vadoria, Chancellor, Itmut Institute, Konipa Council. Congratulations for being the Dean of the Year. Congratulations. And for bringing change in the lives of so many people. Here's a certificate of participation and a memento of honor from Educatio World. The next Dr. Sarvepalli International Award of Honor goes to Birla Open Minds International School, Mopka, Bilaspur, India. The very name says it, Birla Open Minds, for the Best Emerging and Ideal International School of the Year. Congratulations to the whole school. And here's a certificate of participation and a memento of honor for the school. The next Dr. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan International Award goes to St. Thomas Convent High School for Emerging School of the Year. Congratulations from Educatio World. And here's a certificate of participation and a memento of honor from Educatio World. The next the Dr. Sarvepalli Radha International Award of Honor goes to the Lily Academy, which believes in Arise, Awake, and Achieve. Congratulations for being the best emerging emerging school, and it says a certificate of appreciation and a memento of honor from Education World. The next Dr. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan International Award of Honor goes to Rubina Mohammad Yusuf, Vice Principal, Springdale Indian School, Sharjah. Congratulations, ma'am, for being a dynamic principal of the year. And it is always said a good leader brings change, and a good leader brings a sense of pride amongst people working in the school. So congratulations, ma'am. Here's a certificate of participation and a memento of honor from Education World. The next Dr. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan International Award goes to Dr. Ishtiaq Ahmed Sheikh, Principal, Ambrose International School, Telegaon, Pune. A sterling personality and well-deserved innovative principal of the year. Congratulations, Dr. Ishtiaq. And here's a certificate. Congratulations, sir, for always being special.
Thank
And
you.
here's
Thank
a
you very much.
certificate of participation and a memento of honor from Education World.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. The next Dr. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan International Award of Honor goes to Kanika Ahmed, Principal, Arise International School, Ravet, for being the innovative principal of the year. And ma'am, you look so young. And congratulations. And here is a certificate of participation and a memento of honor from Education World. The next award of the Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan International Award of Honor goes to Dr. V.G. Nagesh, Principal, Delhi World Public School, Orai, for being the educational reformer of the year. Congratulations, sir, for always leading the way for your teachers and your students for a better future. Congratulations, sir, and here's the certificate of participation and a memento of honor from Education World. The next Dr. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan International Award of Honor goes to Alka Suksera, Principal, Radiant International School, Sharjah, UAE, for Dynamic Principal of the Year. It is always said, a mother changes the life of her students, a life of a child. A principal changes the life of her students. So here's a certificate of appreciation and a memento of honor from Education World.
Thank you so much.
Well deserved, ma'am. The next Dr. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan International Award of Honor goes to Anita Santosh Raskar, Principal, Veena Devi Darda School, Lohara, Yavatmal. Congratulations, ma'am, for being the innovative principal of the world and changing lives of not only teachers, but hundreds of students who have been in your school. Congratulations, ma'am. And here's a certificate of participation and a memento of honor from Education World. The next Dr. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan International Award of Honor goes to Sagar M. Hoval, Principal, KP Vidya Mandir, Vapi, Gujarat. Congratulations, sir, for being the innovative principal of the year and changing lives. And I always believe a principal is the guiding light behind every person in a school. Here's a certificate of participation and a memento of honor from Education World. The next Dr. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan International Award of Honor goes to Mr. Jyoti Prakash Tripathi, Principal, MVM School, Balasore, Orissa, India, for being the young principal of the year. And sir, I would like to really appreciate your simplicity, as shown in the picture, speaks great about you. And that is what makes you different. Here's the certificate of participation and a memento of honor from Education World. The next Dr. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan International Award of Honor goes to Shubhra Mishra, Principal, GD Goenka School, Rewari. Thank you, ma'am, for being the emerging principal of the year and through your beautiful smile, changing the lives of so many people around you. Congratulations, ma'am. And here's a certificate of participation and a memento of honor from Education World. The next Dr. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan International Award of Honor goes to Swaminathan K, Principal, Delhi Public School International, Kampala, Uganda. Congratulations, sir, for being a dynamic Prince of the Year and believing that change comes from within, and that is what changes the world. Here is a certificate of appreciation, participation, and a memento of honor from Education World. The next Dr. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan International Award of honor goes to Monica Anil Kukreja, Podar International School, Navasari, for being an innovative principal of the year, and your smile reminds me of the teacher I had in grade 1. She always had a smile, and whenever I entered school, I felt so nice. So congratulations, ma'am. And here's a certificate of participation, a Wind of Honor from Educatio World.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Then the next, Dr. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan International Award of Honor goes to Neha Mathur, Principal Euro International School, Jodhpur, for being the dynamic principal of the year, and your beautiful personality is being showcased in trying to bring change through believing in your teachers. Thank you so much, ma'am. And here's a certificate of participation and a moment of honor from Educatio World. The next, Dr. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan. Oh, thank you so much, ma'am. Sorry for I spoke in between. The next, Dr. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan International Award of Honor goes to Mrs. Tanushri Kaur Bhatia, Principal Lil Academy Foundation School, Sagar, Madhya Pradesh. Congratulations, ma'am, for being the most promising principal of the year. And you look very young, ma'am. And it is young people who are going to change the world. And you're carrying the torch forward. Here is a certificate of participation and a moment of honor from Educatio World. The next, Dr. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan International Award of Honor goes to Meenakshi Khetwal, HOD English Department, Sanjeevani World School, Mumbai. Congratulations for being the dynamic HOD of the year. English is a tough language. And here's a certificate of participation and a memento of honor from Educatio World. The next, Dr. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan International Award of Honor goes to Mrs. Fareen Nas, Assistant Coordinator, St. Xavier's School, Cuttack. Congratulations, ma'am, for being the Innovative Assistant Coordinator of the Year. A huge task by no means of coordinating amongst faculty and people. Congratulations, ma'am, and here's a certificate of participation and a memento of honor from Educatio World.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you. The next, Dr. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan International Award of Honor goes to Deva Karuna, Senior Teacher, Marinette High School, for the Dynamic Teacher of the Year. Congratulations, ma'am. A teacher is always a special person. So a namaskar to them. Here's a certificate of participation and a moment of honor from Educatio World. The next, Dr. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan International Award of Honor goes to Mrs. Priya Lokras, Teacher, Mascot Public School, Sagar, for the most innovative teacher of the year and being a beautiful human being. Always, always a namaskar to you, ma'am. And here is a certificate of participation and a memento of honor from Educatio World. The next, Dr. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan International Award of Honor goes to Neha Sheikh, Educator, SNBP School and Junior College, Morwadi, for being the Dynamic Teacher of the Year. Congratulations, ma'am, for always believing that your students can bring about a lovely change in society, for being a good educator. Thank you, ma'am, so much for being, and here's a certificate of participation and a memento of honor from Educatio World. The next, Dr. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan International Award of Honor goes to Sadhini Dinesh, Assistant Vice Principal, Indian School, Baushar, Sultanate of Oman. Congratulations, ma'am, for being the Teacher of the Year and believing that every change not only comes from the student, but the teacher also. Congratulations, ma'am. And here is a certificate of participation and a memento of honor from Educatio World. The next, Dr. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan International Award of Honor goes to Dr. Aprajita, Educationist and Entrepreneur, for being the Educator of the Year. Congratulations, ma'am, for being a teacher par excellence. And here's a certificate of participation and a memento of honor from Educatio World. The next Dr. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan International Award of Honor goes to Prashant Tripathi, Head of Department, Dr. Virendra Su Public School, Kalyanpur, Kanpur, for being the Dynamic Teacher of the Year and believing in the ability of the students and for taking them to new heights. Congratulations, sir. And here's a certificate of participation and a memento of honor from Educatio World. The next Dr. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan International Award of Honor goes to Dr. Anant Vijaya Soni, researcher, academician, education sociologist, faculty assistant, Subodh PG College, Jaipur, Rajasthan, for being a dynamic researcher of the year. And research is a very difficult task, ma'am. So kudos to you. And a very well-deserved one. And here's a certificate of participation and a memento of honor from Educatio World. The next Dr. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan International Award of Honor goes to Dr. Kalpana Dikshit, Research Supervisor, Bharatullah University, Bhopal, Madhya Pradesh, for excellence in teaching, training, and research. Congratulations, ma'am, for being there for each and every student you've taught. Congratulations, ma'am, and here's a certificate of participation and a memento of honor from Educatio World. The next Dr. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan International Award of Honor goes to Khan Samina Manan Indian School, Darsaith Street, Muscat, Oman. Congratulations, ma'am, for being the dynamic teacher of the year and bringing change in lives of so many people you've taught.
Thank you so much.
And so many people you have touched, ma'am. So many people's lives you have touched as a teacher. And here's a certificate of participation and a memento of honor from Educatio World. The next Dr. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan International Award of Honor goes to Mitali Roy, Principal, Roots Tree Fruits Playhouse, Montessori Teachers Training Center, Lido, Assam, for Innovative Teacher of the Year. God, it is so difficult teaching young ones, especially the little ones. They love you, but teaching them is something big, ma'am. So pranam to you. Congratulations, ma'am, from Educatio World as a certificate of participation and a memento of honor from Educatio World.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you.
The next Dr. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan International Award of Honor goes to Sapna Thakur, Hindi teacher, St. Peter's School, Panchgani, Maharashtra. Congratulations, ma'am, for being the dynamic Hindi teacher of the year. And I really appreciate language teachers, ma'am, because the kind of papers you get for checking are mind-boggling. And teaching students yet out of that is an honor in itself. So congratulations, ma'am. And here's the certificate of participation and a memento of honor from Educatio World. The next Dr. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan International Award of Honor goes to Firoz Akbarov, founder of ETA Uzbekistan, and an ESL/EFL instructor, Uzbekistan, for the Innovative Teacher of the Year, a person who always has something new to present whenever he comes for speaking, and is always a pleasure to hear. Congratulations, Akbarov, sir.
Thank you very much.
And here's a certificate of participation and a memento of honor from Educatio World. The next Dr. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan International Award of Honor goes to Kamlesh Pandey, founder, Global Research Foundation, Delhi. Congratulations, sir, for being a young teacher of the year and believing that youngsters are going to carry the momentum further. Here's a certificate of participation and a memento of honor from Educatio World. The next Dr. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan International Award of Honor goes to Mrs. Lakshmi Shekhawat, Teacher, Indian School, Darsaith, Muscat, Oman.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you.
Being an innovative teacher of the year and believing that she is a change for society and believing that every student can benefit from each and every word she says. So congratulations, ma'am. So here is a token of a certificate of participation and a memento of honor from Educatio World. The next Dr. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan International Award of Honor goes to Senior Rosie Lima, PW, College Librarian, Mount Carmel College Teacher, Education of Women, Kanji Kozwe, Motambalam, if I spelled it correctly. An award of honor for effective integration of library services. I always remember, ma'am, a library used to be a place where I enjoyed it the most. A book in a hand, and the persons who take care of these books, I consider them the luckiest people in the world. And silently, they are teaching every student the love of books. So congratulations and thank you so much, ma'am. And here's a certificate of participation and a memento of honor from Educatio World. The next Dr. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan International Award of Honor goes to Mr. Jaishankar J, Assistant Professor in Commerce, Chettinad School of Law, Chettinad Academy of Research and Education, Deemed University, Chennai, Tamil Nadu, for being an Innovative Teacher of the Year and for dealing with numbers. Now that is something, that is really something. Numbers really go above my head. But I really bow to people who can teach numbers. So here is a certificate of participation and memento of honor from Educatio World. The next Dr. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan International Honor goes to Bhavyanta Desai, Assistant Teacher, Sanjeevani World School, Mumbai, for being a dynamic Assistant Teacher of the Year. Congratulations, ma'am, for being there as a teacher for everyone. Here's a certificate of participation and a memento of honor from Educatio World. The next Dr. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan International Award of Honor goes to Namrata Karande, Primary Teacher, Sanjeevani World School, Mumbai. Congratulations, ma'am, for being the Innovative Assistant Teacher of the Year and teaching young ones and molding them towards being sent to us as adults. Thank you so much for that, ma'am. Here's a certificate of participation and a memento of honor from Educatio World. The next Dr. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan International Award of Honor goes to Manali Lemos, teacher of Sanjeevani World School, Mumbai. Congratulations, ma'am, for being a dynamic teacher of the year and believing in change. Here's a certificate of participation and a memento of honor from Educatio World. Congratulations to all the winners who have patiently waited to see each and every person getting the award. So thank you so much for that. And congratulations to each and every teacher who has done so much for society and done so much and brought about positive change in the world. It's always said, एक शिक्षक का स्थान हमेशा ऊपर होता है. एक शिक्षक के पांव छू लिए तो आपको स्वर्ग मिल गया. और एक शिक्षक है जो ये कहता है कि वो मेरा है, वो मेरा बच्चा है. And that makes a hell of a lot of difference, ma'am. To continue the program, we now have our special VIP guest for today, Ms. Anju Ajmani, Director, Global Educator, International Speaker, Principal, Mascot Public School, a person for whom teaching is just a job. She believes teaching is a noble profession that shapes the character, caliber, future of an individual. If the people remember her as a good teacher, and that will be the greatest honor for her. So APJ Abdul Kalam's words carry true for her. A person whom I greatly admire and has an enormous foregoing profile in the education sector, who's been traveling 28 years of whooping experience in her area of excellence in education throughout the best and to give out the best. She also implements the 3 C's of her life: choices, chances, and changes, as we must make the choices to take a chance, and we want to change anything in life to change. So the time to act is now. Change is possible, we can. She's also a milestone awardee and honored the Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam Award of 2020. She is the Lion member doing social service since 30 years. And a big kudos to you, ma'am, for being awarded the Shirovan pin from International Lions Club. That's a great honor. A Transformation Leadership Award 2022 for Best Dynamic Principal of the Year. Recently, the Sarvottam Bharati Shiksha Padak and the list goes on. A very warm welcome to you, ma'am. May we hear your speech now?
Thank you, Shelly ma'am. As usual, always the memories come whenever you take up this.
Thank you, ma'am.
So
Thank you,
a very good evening to one and all. Today being Teachers' Day, I take this opportunity to wish each and every teacher happy Teachers' Day. It gives me immense pleasure to be here and to talk about the main personalities, our very own teachers. Now, why this Teacher Day is celebrated? It's celebrated to mark a tribute to the contribution made by the teachers to the society. It's also the birth anniversary of a great teacher, Dr. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan, who was a staunch believer of education and was a well-known diplomat, scholar, President of India, and above all, a teacher. Behind every successful person is a good teacher. And yet educators barely get any props for making the world go round. It's about time we change, that a few words of appreciation are all it takes to make a teacher smile and say, it's all worth it. And honestly, it is the least we can do. Teachers don't just teach, but they prepare us for the road ahead. Now, what is the story behind a Teacher's Day? When some of the students of Dr. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan met him or approached him, requested him to allow them to celebrate his birthday, he said, instead of celebrating my birthday separately, it would be my proud privilege if 5th September is observed as Teacher's Day. From then onwards, 5th September has been observed as the Teacher's Day of India. The significance of this day is ever evolving, including taking lessons from life and making your experiences. The teachers you needed to shape you into who you become. Teachers not only listen, but also coach and mentor their students. They are able to help shape academic goals and are dedicated to getting the students achieved. They also have patience for their students and are understanding when a concept isn't taken. On Teachers' Day, let's take a moment to look back on all the people, circumstances, situations, and events that shaped our life with lessons they taught us. It is often said that there is no better teacher than life itself. And what better way to say a big thank you for all the learnings that life throws at us than being appreciative of these valuable lessons that makes us who we are. Teachers are important in society also, which really matters as they lay the foundation of a civilized and progressive society. And also they have the ability to shape leaders of the future in the best way for the society to build positive and inspire them, future generations, and therefore design society, both on local and global scale in reality. Those who have the impact on children of society have the power to change lives. Knowledge and educations are the basis for all things that can be accomplished in life. Teachers provide the power of education to today's youth, thereby giving them the possibility for a better future. Their dedicated work and pain they encounter to ensure the students turn out to be enlightened citizens deserve high recognition. Today, a very special day to revive teachers is undeniable, inspiring. Now, what is the full form of a teacher? Now, T is for talented, they should be talented and trained. E, they should be efficient to handle small children, big one, adults also, to be perfect in the subject matter. Attitude is the attitude should be adorable, loving, kind. C for cheerful, again loving and charming they should be. H for helpful, always helping the students to grow in every sphere of life. E for encouraging them, motivating them in all sphere of life and all subjects. R for responsible, respectful, and reliable. Now, teachers is an English word. It is not an acronym. It specifies a person who teaches you, makes you able to face real problems of life. The role of a teacher to be the best teacher is they are first the resource persons. One of the top roles of a teacher should have. Then they should support the students, the ones who need support when learning a new skill or a piece of information. Mentor or a guide to guide in every sphere of their life to the students. Then they should have a helping hand the students. And also they are the learners. We ourselves are the learners. Now, even though things might have changed in the later years, let that not stop you from expressing your love for them, as they are the only ones to help shape their minds and personalities. But most of all, they help us to become a better human. My wishes on Teachers' Day to all the teachers, everyone who remembers his own education, remembers teachers, not their methods and techniques, because the teacher is the heart of educational system. And also teachers can change life with just the right mix of chalk and challenges. Lastly, I end with a beautiful quote. Education is not filling of a pail, but the lighting of a fire. And that fire is lighted by our teachers. Once again, I thank Education World and also Fareen for giving us this beautiful platform to every educators to come up with their ideas and views and suggestions. Thank you. Thank you, Fareen and Education World. Thank you, ma'am. Also, Shelly, ma'am, for boosting up all the educators to speak.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. How beautifully said. That one word of appreciation just brings the biggest smile on our face. Ma'am, आपको याद है मैंने आपसे पढ़ा था. Ma'am, thank you for being a teacher. मतलब वो एक शब्द सुनने के लिए हमारे कान तरसते. और I've been teaching for 29 years, ma'am, and the way you talked about teacher, the meaning of a teacher, it really shows us what exactly a teacher is. A teacher is a person who molds you, but a teacher is also a human being who would want that little bit of love and encouragement, which will bring not only a smile to her face, but the next time she teaches you, she'll also have a smile on her face. So thank you so much, ma'am. And here is
thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. And here is a token of appreciation from Education World, a certificate of recognition.
Thank you for everything.
And an international award of honor for most experienced principal of the year. Congratulations, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you, Fareen. Also.
And a certificate of participation and a memento of honor from Education World.
Thank you.
And now we have the next address by a special VIP guest whose smile speaks volumes. A goodwill speech by our global icon and special guest, Ambassador Smiley Mukta Ghoshal, a global star icon, a sustainable ambassador, the Green Queen who believes, be an active voice, don't let things go unnoticed. And it totally minds to ma'am. And she's a world record holder, and she's also a great influencer, a Green Queen, a global leader, Lumere, a multi-award winner, a sustainable peace ambassador, a wellness educator, a world record holder, women of substance and an unstoppable she's known as the global sustainable icon, green queen, global influencer and celebrity with multiple global awards as green initiative leader, a global super mom pride award. I think getting award as a mom is the biggest award possible, ma'am. Being awarded by the Central Region from Ghana as award for humanitarian and social work by the Royal Amanuban Kingdom, West Timor, Indonesia, awarded Peace and Love of Humanity and certificate of recognition, being one of the 100 inspirational women and global glory icon, a best green initiator, a certified trainer, coach and mentor, an entrepreneur, and a green entrepreneur, as ma'am says, and a motivational speaker, a spreader of positivity, a passion peer, as versatile achiever. She's been a global influencer in 2022, an ex-corporate, over 12 years now, a corporate business trainer. She's got a green beauty line called the Natural Beauty, which is a brand that customizes skin and hair products. She's self-driven, ambitious, go-getting, keen, spirited, alive, and enterprising. She has Ambassador Ma'am keeps her spirit alive and moves ahead in trying to make a better future for everyone. She has a long list of accomplishments, being the Global Green Revolution campaign, being the Mr. and Miss Real Estate Africa pageant participant, a judge also, and a Green Revolution beauty contest where to seek like recycling to finish product. She's also been part of especially the Global Revolution campaign for 10 million youth development. A person believes that change only comes when we try to change. Environmental protection and preservation is an important part of the global network today. And she believes that we are all people despite our colors, skins, and languages. Let's champion sustainability cause and let sustainability lead the millennium generation. A very warm welcome to you, ma'am.
Wow, Shirley, thank you so very much. Thank you, Fareen. I must start my day with warm greetings and greetings to all the eminent edu leaders, which I always try to say that teachers are edu leaders. Teachers teach us to touch the future. And that future is all set up how our young masterminds can lead their journey on. I am truly always being honored, particularly on this platform. The reason being that I can't stop appreciating. This is the only platform ever since I have been always connected. It's such a great initiativeness taken by the entire team for organizing, appreciating, uplifting, and making a voice out for all the educators who are doing remarkably good work in the society and showing up their own country. I would not take much time of mine. Again, the reason I think I am just talking while sleeping. We had a long weekend, Labor's Day weekend, and I've been traveling and, driving. I just reached home at 4 a.m. in the morning and driving 12 hours. In spite of being tired and catch up with my sleep, this platform have always kept me awake that, yes, super excited. That should be the initiativeness, that should be the fire, and that should be the passion in each and every individual over particularly the edu leaders that we must wake up to bring to the world to inspire. Teaching, I guess, is just more than inspiring knowledge. It is inspiring the change. I truly believe and personally believe, no matter where I go and how far my profile travels, how far I am being heard, that we come to the world not with the manual. As we move ahead in life, the entire world becomes the textbook. Education doesn't mean that we read from the textbook. Our practical knowledge is much, much more deeper meaning than theoretical knowledge. Sometimes we may forget the theories, but we always remember the backbone of the theory which has been taught by our teacher. So-called. I still remember in my school days, and if you really ask me. So we teachers, we turn ourselves to educators. Time to work on, from teachers to educators, educators to edu-leaders. So salute and greetings. You all are stepped into to be an edu-leader because you have come so far to share to the world, to make the young masterminds world, to turn them to a better future. None other than my message to each and every individual over here, just like my goodwill messages, which I leave in every platform, is that we all have to come out and start giving few tips and make a part of these in our curriculum. Number one, teach every students to be a better human being. And that starts with ourselves. How we educate, how we turn ourselves, no matter where we are, no matter our age no bar in learning and being empowered. Number two, bring sustainability a part of the curriculum. And that is one of my projects, which I am working on, to bring sustainability to start from the early childhood. Though I personally also encourage every individual over here to bring the sustainability right at your doorstep. That being said, start from your home. Like I said, education starts from your home itself. So let that be a part of the curriculum. Last but not the least, because learning is no end. But for me, these three, the third, the most important is bring mental care curriculum to be a part of every education, no matter what, because that is what is coming a really difficult phase for each and every individual. And it's hitting mostly to the young masterminds or the teenagers. We have to understand the fact that young masterminds are a nation builder, but we edu leaders are the torch holders. We can let them go beyond education to turn up to be a better version, to show to the world the change the world needs, not to change with the world, but to be the change maker the world needs. I again personally congratulate and my greetings to each and every individual, to every educators, edu leaders, so-called. I tune them today that we all are human beings from different parts of the world. We all are fully in the immense flow of imparting, inspiring, and empowering. So let that flow of positivity keeps flowing with no pause, because education, knowledge is spread and gets beyond by sharing. Your knowledge can be a miracle and inspiration for any individual. I'm not talking about the young masterminds or the students. Even I can be inspired by the person who's sitting next to me. So knowledge is sharing. As an edu leader, we must keep empowering, mentoring the person who is sitting next to you. That makes us a best edu leader and educator from teachers. Well, I know I can keep going on and on and on, but we all believe time is very precious to each and every individual. And that is also one of the aspects of every edu leader to keep that in mind: punctuality, professionalism, and with the time management, which is very, very key role, which most of them are not found in the textbook. But we can empower, we can learn, we can educate ourselves to tune in, which are not found in the textbook, but we can grow ourselves with that education. Tons of certificates, tons of scholarship doesn't make a great edu leader. We are all part of the human being. How we are educated, how we stand as a role model, how we are a positive change maker, because that makes us a best edu leader to lead others on the journey. Leadership, I think that is the first and the foremost, as a go-getter and to lead by example. The strength of every edu leaders are two things: communications and actions. So be a walk, a talk, just not talk, and let the young masterminds take the journey on to make a better future for each and every individual, for us, with a smile, confidence, mentoring, empowering. That's all for my side, all the way from here from Dallas. Thank you very much for him and Dr. Shaili for giving me all the time this great honor. I always remain humble because this comes from my own country and none other than I feel so proud to be remaining grounded to the earth where I am born, which is again another leadership quality, to remain grounded to the root where you are born. Thank you. Blessings. Stay happy, stay smiling, stay positive, and always remain empowering and mentoring. That is what the world needs, with a smile.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for a lovely speech. And what I'm going to carry forward are two things. One is time management, and that is the need of the hour. And the other one, which is very, very important in today's world, is mental health, which is something which we usually ignore. And we have to really take care of the fact that today children, due to excessive media, have a lot of problems. So that needs to be really tackled. And it's like a ticking time bomb, which we need to deal with. So thank you so much, ma'am. And here's a token of appreciation from Educatio World for being a wonderful speaker, and a certificate of recognition, and for being the Innovative Director of the Year, and a certificate of participation and a moment of honor from Educatio World. What a day it has been. From learning about artificial intelligence, from learning about time management, from learning about the 3 C's, from learning about what Sir said about change in society, from using technology from honoring teachers. It's been a long day, but a fruitful one. Being a teacher was part in the school, and then as I came for this seminar, I realized it's an honor being a teacher and bringing change in the lives of so many individuals. Thank you, each one of you, for a beautiful talk and being part of this beautiful journey which Education World has started. Thank you so much to every single person here.
Thank you so
Thank you
much.
to all teachers.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Apurav sir, for appreciation. Every word of appreciation matters. And now we would like to have the national anthem of India. I would like everyone to please stand up.
Express my gratitude to all.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yes. I'm
Thank
very
you.
much happy to be gratified by such international institution.
Thank you, sir. So thank
Yes.
you for coming from the state of Odisha.
From Odisha. From Odisha.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, yes.
So my husband's from Odisha also.
Yes.
I'm a Punjabi,
Teacher
but my husband.
teacher is a light of
Yes,
the
sir.
society.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir. And ma'am, can we have the national anthem now?
That's right.
भाग्य विधाता पंजाब भारत भाग्य विधाता जय
Thank you so much. And this lovely rendition of our national anthem has been done by the classical singers of India like Bhimjan Joshi, Lata Mangeshkar, Pandit Jasraj. So उन सबको भी नमन, क्योंकि वो भी teachers हैं, वो भी शिक्षा देते हैं. And music is in every part of the earth. Everything carries music. So a
Hearty
namaskar
thanks
to
to
them.
you also. Hearty thanks to you also.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
Happy Teachers Day to everyone. Happy Teachers Day.
Thank you, ma'am.
Happy
Teachers Day,
Day to you
everyone.
all, ma'am.
Happy Teachers Day.
Thank you for the appreciation, sir. Thank you so
Yes,
much.
sir. We are amazed that you have explained all these matters very wisely, very nicely, with touching appreciation and touching words. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. My honor, sir.
Yes, sir.
Oh, thank you. It's
And
kind of
I
surreal to
want
see my
Smiley
picture.
ma'am to announce Dr. Shelly ma'am award. Ma'am, could you please do the honor? Smiley ma'am.
Oh.
Hi.
Pramod sir, could you please honor Shelly ma'am?
Yeah.
Oh, yes, absolutely. I'm always there. I'm always
Yeah,
there.
no problem.
Oh my God. I think I already told that this is such a beautiful platform. I want to honor, I mean, the entire team so
Many
beautifully.
thanks, many thanks to you all. Many thanks to you all.
Now let's put our hands together to honor the very decent and very lovely moderator of today's session, who has explained each and everything, none other than Dr. Shaili Malik.
Thank you
big
so much,
salute
sir.
to you, ma'am,
Thank
for
you,
your
sir.
dedication, your devotion, and your
Thank you, sir.
disciplined way of announcing the awards for all. So big salute to you, and
Thank you so
Education
much,
and
sir.
India is always for you, and you are rocking like anything. Thank you.
so
Thank
much,
you very
sir.
much.
Thank you so much, sir.
God bless you all.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
It's a
Congratulations, ma'am.
Thank you,
What
thank you so much, ma'am.
what a energy, Patra sir. What a energy.
What
We are
energy,
jealous
sir.
of you.
Sir, I mean, we would like to have that energy if we come to that age. Namaskar, sir. Namaskar. Namaskar to everyone.
Namaskar.
Thank you, Pramod, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you,
Thank you.
Smiley, ma'am.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.